Hello and welcome back to Everybody Loves Raiken, our 5th edition live play that meets every Tuesday night. Last time, we continued the fight against the mysterious entity in the Feywild who has identified himself as Brendan, a tall, pallid, humanoid-looking man, perhaps elven, with a shock of red hair upon his head and a very edgelord outfit as he unleashes a torrent of highly unconventional abilities that are making the party question their sanity as we speak. I believe last time the only dog that remained at the end of the tirade was the pug. The party members got tossed around the room multiple times by Brendan commanding the house to scatter the fairies, scramble the fairies. And, what happened? Tasia was relieved of his warhammer, which was tossed across the room by Brendan as he was weakened by a hex by Leah. However, the hex is gone, right? Concentration was broken? Yes. Alright. However, before being relieved of his hammer, Tasia did manage to land a significant, critically empowered, high-level smite, which did seem to upset Brendan somewhat. And then he turned the lights out, and suddenly, as only Leah could see, and Vendar was aware of the closest ones, more Brendans appeared. Leah, we begin with you. You are prone. These 3 Brendans are standing over you. Let me grab this info here, because I do believe that 2 of the Brendans were attacked after they appeared. So that is 2 and 3. 1, 2. So this guy and this guy down here. It says also this is not here anymore. This moved to... Sorry, I'm moving Tatsia's aura. Kind of important.
There you.
Let's see, 1, 2, here, 2, here. There we go. So that's Tatsia's aura. The aura of courage and the aura of take half damage from magic. Aura of protection. I don't remember what it's called.
It's something, but yeah, it's magic resistance.
Alright. So, prone, 3 Brendans. But you've got Vendar, Vendar who seems to be aware of what's going on, and Tatsia who seems blind. That's what you know.
Yeah. I am using Trickster.
Okay, you activate Trickster.
So, that gives me 3 illusions to play somewhere.
Yes, I am pulling it up now. By it, I mean your token, but I can drop more in. Alright, so, I believe they're within 30 feet of your current square?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me double check that actually. 50 feet actually.
50 feet, okay. Please choose 3 squares.
Okay, so I'm gonna choose one directly straight up in front of the pug, like by the wall.
Yep.
And I'm gonna choose one down on the corner where there's a double door.
Where the
Right.
double door is, okay.
Yeah.
Do you want here or here?
There.
Okay.
And the third... Okay, I'm gonna put the third next to Larry Mendes.
Alrighty.
On his left.
Alrighty. And then, final question, or second to last question. Which one do you want?
Teleported to the one. Teleported to the one by the double doors.
By the double door. Okay. And then, are you going to stand up?
Yes.
Okay.
Since all of the illusions look like me, I assume that when Trickster happened, all of them were prone.
Yeah. But because of the teleportation, you're able to teleport standing, so they would be able to stand up.
Yeah.
Just wanted to make sure, double check if you were going to stay prone or stand up. But, alright.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna stand up.
Alright, you activate Trickster and do that. Have you got anything else?
Trickster is an action, so that is it.
Okay.
Yeah, I just had to check that Trickster was an action and not a bonus.
Yeah.
It's an action, so yeah, that's all I did.
Alrighty. So, that brings us to Laramendas. Leah, you are aware... I guess? Yeah. You're aware of a creature next to you appearing.
Yeah, I guess it has to be more than just...
More than just a visual illusion?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the spell to be meaningful.
Yeah.
Neat. I can see nothing. This is unfortunate for me. I think that I am going to... I think I'm going to cast a spell.
Okay. Let's take a look here, but I'm pretty sure... you are allowed to continue.
Okay, I cast Blade Ward.
Class Blade Ward. Do you place it in the square next to you? Oh, no. Blade Ward you place on yourself. Yes. Sorry, I was thinking of... Blade Cloud.
You were thinking of Mordenkainen's...
No.
Like the blade sphere or whatever it is, where it's like a storm of blades, cloud of
knives. Yeah.
It's like Cloud of Blades or something. I got confused with that. Yes, Blade Ward. Sorry. You cast that upon yourself just in case you get hit.
So I am resistant to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage for a turn.
Hooray. Alright. Anything else?
I do not think so.
No move? No cower?
No.
Okay.
Because even though something appeared right next to me, I would be concerned that it would take a swing at me if I tried to move away.
I just wondered if you were beefing yourself up to take that hit.
I mean, I suppose casting Blade Ward is the safest way to take an attack of opportunity. So I think I will move away.
Now, remember that you are blind, so you just have to go based on what you remembered. Like, you know the approximate locations of the walls, and you can hear creatures that are where you cannot see them.
Yeah, I think I want to follow the wall adjacent to me going east, and just go to the end of that, go to that corner.
Okay.
Like feeling against the wall.
Yep. You move slowly, carefully with your hand out. No attack comes as you begin moving away.
I get an attack of opportunity.
You do. Do you want to take it?
No, of course not.
Oh, okay.
I just want to jest.
So now that is my turn.
Okay. It is just so piercingly dark. Yukikaze. It is blindingly dark. You cannot see the snout in front of your eyes. All you know is that you are...
Snoot.
You are still holding Jebel, who has just somewhat forcefully asked you not to harm the dog again.
I'll look down. Jebel, can you see?
Can I see?
You have the ability to see in magical darkness.
Oh, no. Oh, right, yeah, magical darkness. I forgot about that. No, I am blind.
Just don't really know which way I'm facing.
We just like pause to appreciate the darkness and the fact that now he can't find the pug to kick.
I mean, the pug has not taken the hide action, so he is aware of where the pug is. He could hit the pug.
He'd just be a disadvantage to attack it.
You can hear it breathe.
Trust me, everyone can hear it breathe.
Everyone is aware of exactly where the pug is in. Intimately.
So Yukikaze is just going to... I'm gonna say Jubble. I'm gonna just stay right here. I don't want to accidentally swing at one of our allies. That's what I'm gonna say to Jubble. And do I want to set you down? Do you want me to keep holding you, Jubble?
No, thank you.
All right, I'll set Jubble down, and then just be able to respond to anything around me. If it Jebel would be under my shield arm, which would be my left, Tristan, so he'd probably be
Against the wall?
somewhere against the wall, because I was moving forward toward where Leah is, so he'd be set down somewhere on that side.
Alright, I'll put him down between you and the wall then.
And yeah, I'll just be ready to respond to any aggression. And that'll be my turn. I don't think there's anything
I did actually miss an opportunity to say something, is that right before your turn began, you were aware of a medium-sized creature moving past you to your south, and it moved away from you.
You can't take attacks of opportunity against creatures that you can't see.
Oh, you cannot. Okay, good.
But he would be aware that a, medium-sized creature did walk past.
Okay. Alright, that'll be it.
I want to say Leah, who the real Leah can clearly see Laramentis. Laramentis looks absolutely terrified.
He's scared of the dark.
Wow, that's actually really powerful.
What?
Thank you. All right. You're done, Yuki? Kaze? Yuki Kaze?
Yeah, I said I was done.
Alright, just wanted to double check and make sure. Thank you. Cyrus. It is pitch black. Do you have the ability to see in magical darkness?
I do not.
Alright, so you know that it is pitch black to the point that you cannot see through it at all. And it has put out your sunlight, which is, I don't know, pretty surprising.
Terrifying to a certain extent. Because that does tell me at least that was equivalent to a 9th level spell or higher. Or something else that isn't darkness. None of those options I like.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
I've come to die in you again.
I'm going to subtle cast Detect Thoughts.
Okay. Now, what does what does Detect Thoughts say about its target?
Let's see. You can read the thoughts of certain creatures when you cast a spell. You can focus your... Oh, never mind.
I know that you can detect the thoughts of creatures with intelligences higher than such, even if you can't see them, but I was pretty sure that in order to, like, direct your thoughts, you had to be able to see them.
So, like, to be able to... Well, if I could use an action to find someone's thoughts, I can then pick one of those targets.
Yeah.
But that's going to make it after this turn, and people have moved around, so I'm not going to have an idea where he's at.
Yeah.
So, never mind. Not doing that.
Alright.
Plan B, Cyrus is going to shout, "Sound off."
Okay.
And see if that gets any replies.
Fireball the room.
So, all of you, blind, and Leah, who is not blind, hear the halfling, from the southwest in the room. Leah, it's a bit... The sound is not coming directly at you, because it's got to echo around to get to you, due to the room in between you two. The wall that's there. But you do all hear Cyrus suddenly shout into the darkness, "Sound off."
Yukikaze! Oh.
Perfect.
Yukikaze's over here, Cyrus!
If I talk, does that...
It comes from all of the illusions.
Oh, okay. I'm all over the place.
It's like, we are here.
There is an odd quality to...
Can I retcon and just say that?
We are here.
I like it.
There is an odd quality to Leah's voice as she speaks to you, as you're hearing the sounds coming from different sources at different distances and directions from you, so they're getting to you at different times.
Yep.
So you do hear a crowd of people in Leah's voice saying, "We are here."
Alright.
Laramandus doesn't respond.
Alright, then that's enough. If one person doesn't respond, I'm not going to risk any big explosions, because I don't know what else he might have done. So, I'm going to just go... So, do I have a vague idea of where he is because he didn't hide?
You have a vague idea of what?
Of where he is because he didn't, like, hide action, or did the one south of me actually hide?
The one south of you did not hide. None of them took a hide action. He did something. He punched somebody.
I just don't know. I just don't necessarily know who it is. So I'm going to go with an Eldritch Blast, so that if I'm shooting the wrong target, it's minimal damage, and I can redirect fire.
Okay. Alright. Yeah, I think that's close enough to you that the basic sounds will give you just the disadvantage to hit. You can just pick the right sphere.
Well, the second roll was good. Sadly, this is disadvantage. Let's see. It's that, but it's -2, so it is 17 to hit.
A 17. Will not hit.
Alright. Do I hear any response from that direction?
Yeah, you hear a pling and sparkle kind of noise, come from the dark south of you, and after another moment, you just hear, "I felt the wind on that one."
Well, now I at least know which target it is.
Very clearly the voice of Brendan.
The second one is also a miss. Alright, this one's got hope. Right. Does a 19 hit?
A 19 will also not hit.
Bummer.
You will hear him go, "Ooh, closer that time!"
Alright, let me get a sense of distance. Then I'm gonna bonus action cast Shatter.
I see. So you're quickened casting?
Yep.
Alright, spend the points.
Yep. And I want to put it just 15 feet south of me.
That is the epicenter of it?
Yeah, it's out for a 10-foot radius. So that it should hopefully include him, but I know it won't include me.
Alrighty.
I have marked the slots. Go over here. Mark the points. And you can make a con saving throw if you'd like. However, I'm fairly certain he can't fail.
He still has the ability to choose not to. Let's find out if he needs to spend one.
I don't think he can, from the math I heard last session.
He has very good con. Very, very good con.
Yep.
Oh,
But
he
Fireball's a bit
rolled.
too big.
He rolled big poopy though. Like
Okay.
amazingly poopy. That's an 18.
So I'm gonna go with that's a 2 on die, and it still succeeds.
Okay.
For the record, if that is a 2, then he literally can't fail until I get the sword back.
That was a 2 on die.
Yeah. Okay then.
It was, like I said, pretty amazingly poopy roll.
Yep. It just doesn't matter though.
Look, he's kind of a con machine. He's been alive a long time.
Yeah, no, that is entirely
17
fair.
on.
I just. Alright, so I'll just
Another
roll.
D20. Oh, there it is.
No, it's only 3d8. So
Alright, you rolled that while I turned the lights on, because I can't see. In the bad way.
So that's 9, which rounds down to 8, and that's half, so it takes 4 damage total.
I'm sure
And
Sam made a joke about the darkness spell as soon as I got up.
It actually
did not.
didn't.
What? Sam?
I was thinking of it though.
Letting me down. Elise has got my back.
I'm sorry. I'll do better next time.
Alright. So, shatter. Thunder damage. How
Yep.
much?
Since he made the save, it goes down to 4. It was 9 base.
Ouch. That was an unfortunate shatter.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's only 3d8. It's not, like, huge.
Hmm.
Technically, my cantrip hits harder if I can actually hit him.
Alright, so this
At
is
the
number
moment, I
3.
can't.
So you said it was 4 points because he saved?
Yep.
Okay.
And his resistance, cut in half again.
Well, that was, You just hear, oh, my ears! There's a ringing now. Ma! 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 Asshole!
Does the house make an annoyed noise?
Shh, quiet in the library. This isn't a library! Alright, anything else, Cyrus?
No, I can't see anything. I don't know if I'll be walking into more trouble going anywhere else. I'm gonna sit right there.
Alright. And that brings us back to the top of the initiative order for round 5. Vendar. You can't see anything, but you can sense all the people within 10 feet of you.
It means I'm not at disadvantage to attack, right?
It means that you are not at disadvantage to attack, with the exception that you are threatened, so if you make a ranged attack, which I know you pulled out your dagger, so I believe you're not. But if you were to make a ranged attack, you would still be at disadvantage.
Yeah, so, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull out the dagger in my boot and try to stab the Brendan in front of me.
Okay, Brendan in front of you is Brendan 0, according to this. Not that he's the original or anything, just that he is token number 0, so I can track the damage. Okay.
Alright.
So,
26 to hit.
A 26 to hit. Yes, as you reach forward with your dagger, in your mind's eye, your blind sense gives you the feeling that there is something not entirely solid, not entirely real about him. But you manage to, you with your years of honed practice with this weapon and other weapons, you do manage to maneuver the blade and find purchase in him. Roll damage. You have nearby allies, so I believe that allows you to sneak attack, correct?
Yep. Actually just needs to... for him to have an enemy within 5 feet of him.
There you go.
Doesn't need to be an ally of mine even.
True.
Alright, so that's 8 piercing damage from the dagger.
8 piercing damage from the dagger. And that
Oh my
is
gosh, Vendar not using a bow? Holy shit.
fine.
Well, I can't see anything.
Well, I know. There's a first time for everything.
Alright. 8 piercing damage from the dagger.
Not the greatest snake attack. 4 ones, yeah.
Woof.
I just imagine Vendar and Tatsuya just next to each other, just trying to shiv the air in front of them.
Yeah, only 21 sneak attack.
But Vendar actually can see what he's attacking.
Yeah,
Only 21
Tatsuya
sneak.
is randomly swinging in, actually.
So I hear you just say only 21 sneak attack?
Yeah, and it's halved.
Okay.
Holy. Tatsuya is just flailing about wildly, but Vendar's just like,
He's right there, man. Just thrust.
Careful, the one in front of you is actually Leah.
Actually, that is worthwhile to say in character, so yes. Alright. You deal a hit, and a pretty good one, honestly, all things considered. You had already halved the sneak attack, so that's why it was 21.
No, I hadn't. No, it was
Oh, you
21,
hadn't?
half of 21,
Oh,
so
okay,
it's
sorry.
10.
So it's 10 points. Gotcha. My bad. Alright,
Yeah,
still...
no, I thought I might have said that wrong.
Oh, that's okay. No. I just need to... Yeah, we're fine. Yes. Okay, cool. So, he's got a bit more health than I anticipated left, but everything's still looking fine. Anything else you want to do with your turn?
Nah, I'll just stay here.
Okay. These guys all use their reaction, so he's got nothing for that. What shall we do? I forgot about his legendaries. Oh, man. Alright. Actually, probably there. And... viewer cat. There we go. So, you suddenly hear, like, a little flip, almost as arrows being shot through the air in the darkness. All of a sudden, the bodies that you could sense around you, Vendar, you feel them shift with your blind fighting, and to new locations, some of them disappearing, or seeming to move elsewhere. But they definitely just teleported. Leah, you see Brendan's different forms suddenly all phase out and teleport to new locations and begin pointing at nearby people in the dark, most of whom can't see what's going on, but you can see their bodies being rotated toward him.
Are all doing that?
Yes. They're all doing that. So, Leah, even though it's not really Leah, he doesn't know that. Vendar, Tatsuya, and Laramentis. You all feel yourselves, you feel your body being moved, against your will. And you hear, "Alright, partner, draw!" I need, Vendar, Laramentis, and Tatsuya to make dexterity checks.
I fucking crit.
Wow. Damn.
It's a 23. Learn this is on like a hair trigger.
Nice.
It's a check, not a save.
It's a check, so it's just your dexterity modifier plus a d20.
I got 20.
You got 20 even?
Yeah, because I have 15 plus 5.
Alright, so let's see here. Dex 4. Alright, and finally Tatsuya. Tatsuya, what'd you get?
I'm checking something. Hold on a second.
Okay. There's no penalties to this, despite the darkness or anything. It's just how fast can you react. The penalties will be if you win and get to make an attack. Potentially. Since if Vendar wins, he can see in the dark.
Okay, never mind. It was something that helps against being moved, but I'm not actually moving distance-wise. I'm just getting...
Yeah, you just feel that your body is rotating. There's no facing in combat in general, but this is just descriptively, dramatically, you know that you are being made to face another direction. You know that the voice came from that direction, so you have been made to face Brendan. You know he's ahead of you somewhere.
That's fine. I was just making sure what my Dwarven plate armor did.
Okay.
What am I rolling again?
A dexterity check, so a d20 plus dex mod.
Oh, this is gonna suck. Yep, a 3.
A 3. Okay. So, Lara, you beat him. So, you get to fire off a cantrip, attacking at disadvantage because of the darkness.
Okay. Unfortunately, I know that both of my cantrips aren't going to do anything, so I'm going to chill touch.
Okay.
So, they will do no damage. They both do things.
Yes.
That is a 23 with disadvantage.
You hit.
Okay. So as, right as the word draw finishes from his mouth, Artemis turns and throws up his hand, and from his hand, a skeletal hand just gets thrown at this dude's fucking face.
Alright, skeleton hand grabbing his face.
So he can't regain hit points until the start of my next turn, and he has disadvantage on attack rolls against me until the end of my next turn.
Nice. Vendar, he actually beat your 20 with a 21.
Bitch.
Yeah.
That's surprising. A really good deck.
Yeah. And, you sense him, that his hand was at his side, and he pulls it out, and there is clearly, some kind of a club in his hand at this point. There's a long length of material that he swings at you in the dark. Scoring a 31 to hit.
Wow, that definitely hits.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. It's not a 31. It's a 29. My bad.
Yeah. Well, that misses. No, it still hits, obviously.
All right. It is 12 non-magical bludgeoning damage as he cracks you with a what seems to ring like a metal rod.
Alright, well, I'll go ahead and use Uncanny Dodge to have it.
Alrighty. So it goes down to 6. Tatsuya, you got a 3. He beat you with a 7.
Of course.
Yeah.
If only I could have rolled that on mine.
He is also going to roll against your AC. Scoring a 25.
Yeah.
So that is 12 points of non-magical bludgeoning damage. If you have Heavy Armor Master, that will be reduced.
Mm-hmm.
And that's used. Alright. Vendar went, which means it is Jebel's turn.
Yes, it is.
Jebel, it is. It is damn dark. It is so freaking dark.
It is. Very dark. I have a question.
Yep.
Can Tremor Sense be used to pinpoint specific people? Or is it all just...
Yeah, Tremor Sense can be used to pinpoint specific people. With Tremor Sense, you feel vibrations in the ground, which includes a creature standing still and breathing.
No, I get that, but I mean, like, there's a lot of people here.
Yeah.
Would Tremor Sense tell me who's who?
Well, I guess at that point I would ask for, like, wisdom and or intelligence checks, just to get a feel for how well Jebel knows his friends. And I guess I'd actually start just by asking you how much attention you feel Jebel has paid to their unique noises while he's been an Earth Elemental. Because that sounds like it's a question of familiarity. Everybody's got their own unique rhythm, their heartbeats, their breathing, the lightness or heaviness of their footfalls. You're not familiar with Tatsuya, you've never been an Earth Elemental around him, so he's definitely an unknown. But you've spent more time with the others, so you might be able to recognize them just by their noises. Just by their vibrations, in this case.
Yeah.
Would I be able to know which Leah is the right one but with that?
Yeah, I actually need to think about that a little bit, because while, like, the sound of casting and all of that comes from each one, it is still a spell that's based off of Mirror Image, and Tremor Sense sees through Mirror Image.
Yeah.
I would say that if the image was enough to fool me standing next to me, so I thought there was a creature there,
Yeah.
then it would be reasonable to me that it's still exerting presence on things.
Yes, I agree with that. I need to think harder. So for now, we're going to go with yes, but I need to think harder about if that should be the case. Like, if you should have been aware that there was a creature there, because it was still built off of Mirror Image, which technically is just a visual illusion. Things that don't rely on sight to fight are not tricked by Mirror Image. So, I need to put a little thought into that, do a little discussing. But for now, we're going to go with yes, they count as creatures that vibrate. Because that way, at least, we have the internal continuity of the episode, of the session.
Yeah, for this fight. And then more thought can be given later.
Yeah.
That's good to me.
So, any thoughts on familiarity before we ask for rolls to confirm it?
I don't think he'd be paying attention specifically.
It is Jebel.
Yeah, well, yeah. Also, like,
Yeah, that's why that's why my question is genuine. I want to know how you feel about your character and their relationship with the people around them, because it might be, you might imagine it as deeper than like I've been thinking of it, or as less deep than I've been thinking of it. So that's why I'm comparing notes with you.
unless I don't think he'd be specifically just listening to them
Okay.
like that. No, that doesn't seem like something he would do.
Okay. It was just 2 or 3 days ago that you were bombing around the Underdark as an Earth Elemental a lot. Using Tremor Sense a lot.
Yeah, I feel like with that, it'd probably be only he'd notice things like if it was unusual.
Yeah. Okay.
Like
Then-
if he noticed that somebody walked in a certain way, or somebody, you know, their breathing was slightly different, or what have you.
Right. Alright, then, you know, I would just say, DC 18 Wisdom saving throw to, identify the right target. Or identify a target that isn't one of the people you know. I feel like 18 is reasonably high, but still low enough to be within your ability. I think you're a wisdom caster.
I am.
Yeah.
So I would be an Earth Elemental now.
Alright, you would be an Earth Elemental now. Yukikaze, make me a strength saving throw.
Puts Tribble down and gets knocked away. It's better than him turning well in Yukikaze's arms.
Yeah,
I
that
was
would
going
have
to
probably hurt him.
That was my initial plan. Like, we're swapping places and then change and grab Yukikaze as image.
Gotcha. Yukikaze, strength saving throw?
Give me a second.
Okay.
Jeez.
Just, I didn't hear any response, so I didn't know if you were, like, away or not.
21.
21. Okay. You get, all of a sudden, Jebel next to you transforms and grows huge, and you get pushed back by his growing body as it turns to hard stone. But you do manage to keep your balance and keep your feet. So you are just simply pushed away. You become aware of...
Kind of the way I just brace his body with my shield and get pushed aside.
Yeah, kinda. The strength is just to make sure you don't just topple over. You're able to keep your center of mass low and all that. So you just get pushed back instead. You are now aware that you're very close to a bunch of other creatures. But it's still damn dark in here.
Okay.
Alright, what next, Jebel?
So, this is a wisdom saving throw to see if I can recognize anyone around me. Is that what you said?
A wisdom saving throw, DC 18, to identify targets that are not people you know. You have Tremor Sense set to 60 feet or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see what they say. Yeah, not too bad. Haha! That's a 28.
I should have made the DC higher. Nice. Was that like a 19?
On die, yeah.
Nice. Okay. Yes, you are very quickly able to, You don't necessarily know them by name, but you recognize the vibrational rhythms coming from directly next to you. You know that's Yukikaze, and you can immediately recognize his. Vendar, Laramendis, Leah, all the way over. You know that she is in the... Actually, you know that she is in 4 places. And you know those locations. The only people you're not sure of, like, if they're good to attack, are the dog, Brendan, and Tatsuya, because you're not familiar with his rhythms. So that might not be... In other words, that might not be Tatsuya, as far as you know.
If you miss, it's not that big of a loss.
So the Brendan to my right.
Yeah.
I recognize that as not being someone I know.
I mean, there's 2
The
over
one
there, but
just-
yes, you recognize...
Just north of Narmendis.
Yes. You recognize that there are 2 creatures there that you don't know. Right next to each other.
Okay, I'm going to walk over and I'm going to smack that one.
Alright. You roll up. Laramendis, you become aware by the crunching stomp of an earth elemental next to you.
That's terrifying.
Yeah. So you're going to reach for the one closer to Lair, is what you're telling me, not the one further from Lair, closer to Leah?
Yeah. The one just to the north
Okay.
of Narmendis.
Tatsuya, you suddenly hear this, crunching, rattling, shaking of the room that wasn't happening before, and I don't think he's been introduced to the earth elemental that Jebel can become, so this might come as a bit of a surprise.
What the hell is that?
Alright, what's the roll, Jeb?
Okay, let me see. Is it +8 to hit? That's a miss!
Okay. Gotta love those nat ones.
Yeah. And the other one is 24.
24 will hit. So you all suddenly hear the crack of stone against stone as the earth elemental in the dark smashes one of its big fists down on the ground between Yukikaze and Brendan. Then he raises up his other one and brings it down on Brendan. This is...
12 magical bludgeoning.
12 magical bludgeoning damage on token 2. Boom. Alright. That was 2 attacks.
And this has gone on too long, we are in a hurry.
It has gone on a long time. It's been 30 seconds!
Right, could be dead.
Alright. Anything else, Jeb?
No, that's it.
Okay. So, all of a sudden, you hear this ka-chunk, as of a, heavy lever being thrown, and suddenly you can all see again. And you hear the house say, defensive? What was I calling them?
Protocols, I think?
Protocol, yes. Defensive protocol. Squeaky wheel gets the grease. Active. So, you can all see again at the end of Jebel's turn. There is a legendary action. Seems I missed one. So, like, right before the lights come on, he's gonna scramble the fairies again. And he's going to...
How many more fairies to work with?
Yeah. Just putting all the Leahs together.
Really? It's annoying.
Boo. Okay, then the lights come on.
Now I don't know which Leah I am anymore.
And suddenly you hear the as the lights come on, you hear the squeaky wheel gets the grease protocol active. And Leah, you have grease cast upon you.
Gosh.
I just have to double check the wording of. Foot square, point and range. Hilarious. So yeah, just like all of a sudden this stream of oil pours from the ceiling and spatters you and the ground around you. I moved him again, so let's move this. Boop. Grease is like brownish.
Could have been worse. Could have been pig's blood.
Indeed. Going full carry on us.
Could have been human blood.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to do a Stephen King reference, and I'm glad that Tristan got it.
Alright. And move the aura. Use you. Give me the right aura color. Thank you. Where's that dumbass paladin? There he is.
Where's that paladin that I moved?
Yeah. I put it around here somewhere. Alright. So you're now up there. Nobody's in your aura except this dog that seems to be continuing to bleed out. And grease gets cast. Cool. After grease is cast, where's my... There it is. Up, up, up. It becomes Brendan's turn. What you gonna do, buddy?
Should it be cast on all of the Leos?
I did think about that, but I didn't want to, like, seem like I was going overboard. I hit 3 of them. I felt like that was, like, acceptable.
That's fair, that's fair.
But yes, I very much considered a jet for each of them. Oh, man. That's so mean, because I haven't used this yet, and now it's going to be, you know, 4 times as powerful. But, all of the, visible Brendans seem to suddenly and individually turn toward someone in the group. So, this Brendan's gonna look at Cyrus. This Brendan's looking straight at Leah next to him. This Brendan's looking at the big rock. This Brendan, toss a coin. Heads is
Your Witcher?
there. It is tails, so Vendar. Each of them, like, simultaneously turns toward you, and has this, like, they get this, like, smirk, this gleam in their eye as their lip curls, and they say, "You know what they say? If looks could kill, you'd be dead."
Oh no.
And suddenly his face becomes a visage, a mask of horror. I need Cyrus. Huh. It happened to be the real Leah. So the real Leah, Jebel the Earth Elemental, and Vendar to make charisma saving throw.
Oh, that's
Good. I'm terrible at those.
I might have made it.
Alright, Cyrus, what'd you get?
22.
Leah, what did you get?
Hold up.
Mm-hmm.
What did I say I needed to roll?
Charisma saving throw.
Charisma save. Seriously.
Yeah.
Okay.
I actually seem to have made a lot of his abilities charisma saving throws. I feel like there aren't enough of those in the game, so now there's a ton.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying that I'm a warlock.
Yes.
That's a 22.
Okay. Jebel.
11.
11. And Vendar.
17.
17. Okay. Jebel. Well, let's start with everybody else. Everybody else. You are frightened until the end of your next turn. Same as the frightened condition. Disadvantage on attacks and saving throws as long as the source of your fear is within line of sight. You cannot move closer. La-di-da-di-da, everything it says in there.
Quick question. Is there any way to negate that effect entirely?
What do you mean?
Yeah, get in my range.
Because halflings have advantage against fear effects. Is there a point in me rolling again?
Well, since failing the roll ends in a fear effect,
I thought it was succeeding the roll.
sorry,
the
succeeding
fear effect?
the roll ends in a fear effect. Sorry, since succeeding the roll ends in a fear effect,
That's fine. I was just asking if there would be a point in rolling it again.
yeah, no, I understood the question. I am just thinking about it. But I think that it doesn't change the wording, so, like, I'm sorry, but no.
That's fine.
Okay. So, all of you are frightened until the end of your next turn. So at the end of your turn, you stop being frightened, as Brendan's face takes on this horrifying demonic cast.
Were you afraid of all the Brendans, or just the one that...
The one that frightened
Targeted us.
you.
Alright, so I could attack a different Brendan and not be at disadvantage.
Well, you have disadvantage as long as the Brendan that frightened you is in line of sight.
Oh.
So you'd have to get out of line of sight of that Brendan.
Can I just close my eyes?
That's a legitimate question.
I was gonna say, well, you'll have disadvantage, but no, blind sight. That's interesting.
Yeah, I guess you are uniquely capable of negating that if you wanted to.
Okay.
Kind of hilarious.
That is. I mean, it's how you fight basilisks, so I guess it should work here too. Cool, interesting. We're learning things. I like it. As for Jebel, unfortunately, when you failed this saving throw, you are reduced to 0 HP. Luckily, you did just take on a form other than your own, and so you just get booted back to being a gnome. So, yay for ablative HP.
Hooray.
So, I'm a gnome again.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but it's also better than dying.
Yeah.
Is he not frightened?
He is not, because he died instead.
Not afraid of you.
That's
'cause
what
you
I
killed me.
expected. It's just hilarious that it worked that way.
Yeah.
So,
Like,
Whatever kills you makes you braver.
The Earth Elemental was so scared it died of a heart attack. But Jemble's fine.
so it's only really affected the people proficient in charisma saves.
I blacked out for a second. Ooh, wait, was everyone supposed to roll that?
No,
No.
there were 4
Okay.
people who you're supposed to roll it. You're
Okay.
fine.
Okay. I wasn't sure, but I wanted to double check.
Yep, all good. Okay, so that was his turn. That was all of the Brendan's turn. Which means it's now Tatsuya's turn.
Okay. You deleted my hammer.
Yup.
It was above. It would be between top left Leah and Yuki.
Sure. Let's go with that. I think it was in a different spot, but that's good enough.
No, I think that's actually where it was.
That's where it was.
Alright then, perfect.
I guess you don't have to draw it because I'm just gonna go there and pick it up.
I really want to understand why the free form pen is drawing, like, a line pen. I'm so confused by it and angry. Anyway, yeah, it's there. What do you want to do?
I'm going to go and I always don't quite know exactly what all of it entails. If I sheathe my dagger and then pick up the hammer, is that all I can do?
So, like, picking up the hammer at that point becomes, like, an action. So you could instead just drop the dagger, retrieve it later, and go pick up the hammer, which would count as drawing a weapon once you enter its square, and then you can still get your full attack out of that. You just drop the dagger on the ground.
Yeah, screw the dagger.
You could drop it.
Alternatively, you could
where
chuck the
you-
dagger into somebody and pick it up the hammer and use the other attack with the hammer.
Could turn it into 2 attacks, throwing the dagger. True.
Yeah, you could. I feel like two hammer attacks are better.
I think he's better with the hammer than he is with the dagger. Plus, he can't smite with a thrown dagger.
But it is funnier
It is...
to huck the dagger, run up, grab the hammer, and then, like, hit the dagger deeper into the thing.
just pounding in some railroad spikes.
But you do you.
I am going to no, I'm going to I'll run over to the hammer, drop the dagger, pick up the hammer.
Very good, sir.
And I guess there's one Brendan that's close by now that I can hit.
I definitely did not mean to do what I just did. Actually. Bam. Ah! Sorry, it can be such a finicky program sometimes. There we go. Sorry about that. Okay. So, you ran over, dropped the dagger, pick up the hammer, and you're going to attack this Brendan.
that Brendan.
You got 3 daughters to protect.
I know, so many daughters. Except they're not my daughter. It's nieces.
Nieces.
It's nieces.
Oh, yeah, you're right. That's
Not
right. This is
Raiken.
Tatsuya, not Raiken. I'm sorry.
3 nieces that hate his guts.
I mean, maybe it's not that bad. It's probably that bad, though.
But it is probably that bad.
Alright, smack away.
Do I want to use my feat, my great weapon master? Or is it worth it?
I mean, you know he has decently high AC, but also 10 extra damage is fun.
Yeah. He's just gonna do normal.
Okay.
Kind of glad I did normal because I don't even know if this hits. 19.
Misses.
Yep, that's what I figured. All right, let's try it again. Huzzah! That was even worse. So, bonus action. Oh yeah, well, hold on. I need to roll. Leah hasn't taken any damage, has she?
Quite a lot. A lot.
Like here in the last turn, or have you had any melee or like attacks against your AC?
Not in the last turn, no. Like
When
last
it was
one,
dark,
I think.
she got the shit
Shit
kicked
out
out of her.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Because I put Shield of Faith on after she got the crap beat out of her. So,
Yeah.
but now I just recently got hit, so I need to roll my concentration real quick. Is it just the roll? I can't remember.
It's a con saving throw. Constitution saving throw. And the DC is set to 10, or half the damage you took on the hit, whichever is higher.
10 was higher. So, and I got 10.
Yes.
So it should still be on then. Still have +2 AC.
Yep. If you got a 10 or better, you did it.
Well, doesn't look like anything else I have. Bonus attack is not concentration, so looks like I'm just gonna have to end my turn there.
Okay. Oh, I know. That one. This. Alright, 7. That was Cyrus, right?
Yep, lucky 7.
Endar, right?
I don't know anyone else.
I only know Cyrus.
7.
You've gotten 7 like every time you rolled.
Yeah, this really likes to roll 7s. Alright, who's 6?
I don't know if anybody else knows their numbers other than Cyrus.
6 is Yukikaze.
Everybody knows Cyrus and nobody else knows him.
4 is Leah. And 3 is Tatsuya. This one they don't have to pick a specific. I'll make him do it. Make him do it. Give me a D4. Two. Alright, Leah, you're safe. He's looking at the wrong Leah as he exerts his power Again, each of the Brendans twists toward a different member of the party, looks slyly upon them, and says, "Haven't you always wanted to try being the villain?" So, those 4 people, which again, Cyrus, Yukikaze, Tatsuya, minus Leah, are going to be making, I do believe it's charisma, face heal turn. Yes, charisma saving throw.
Oof. I'm gonna go with that's probably a fail. 16?
Fail.
I don't happen to be in Raiken, so oh, not Raiken. But nope. Okay.
Yukikaze gets the bonus then.
Yep.
+3 Yukikaze. Dang, I rolled low, but his charisma is high. So I got a 19.
Yeah,
It was trying to be 20, isn't it?
But yeah, he seems to be talking to one of your images.
I rolled absolutely
Okay.
horrible, so
Alright, so the 2 people who failed, which sounds like it's Cyrus and Yukikaze.
7 I don't think is going to do anything.
No,
Yeah.
7 will fail. So, Yukikaze and Cyrus, you must pick an ally and perform an attack against them, either a melee basic or a cantrip.
Alright, I pick Tatsuya.
We said ally.
Does Tatsuya meet the definition, or do I need to pick somebody else?
I kid.
I'll use Firebolt, even though I know Eldritch Blaster do a lot less damage.
I mean, you are being the bad guy. You are trying to do damage.
Yep, that's why I'm going with Firebolt.
Yuki, who are you going to attack, Yuki?
There's
There's 2 Leahs and a Tatsuya.
That means I have to choose between.
Leah,
Choose
Tatsuya.
between Tatsuya or Tatsuya.
Like, I gotta be evil? Like, I gotta.
Yeah, that's what is happening. You fail the charisma saving throw, you are evil, and you must attack an ally once.
Yeah, just like
I
when you
think-
attacked me.
I think the
wanna
evilest I
shut
could
it
do
later.
is attack Leah, so I'll attack Leah.
Alright, you have 2 Leahs below, south of your character token. Which one, left or right?
The one directly in front of me, so. Yeah, the one directly in front of me.
The one to the right. Okay. So, what's your firebolt against Tatsuya look like?
It looks like a 17.
Do you have spell sniper yet?
I do.
Okay.
I rolled poorly. Doesn't help that I had disadvantage because I'm frightened.
Ah, yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's a thing. So, does a 17 hit you, Tot?
No.
Okay, lucky you. Malachi, roll against Leah.
Dice everywhere.
Use your lovely tray.
I did, but I opened my thingy because I wanted to switch dice because
Oh.
the other one was being stubborn.
Mistakes were made.
So I opened the second one, and the second one did better. The other one dice. But that's not necessarily a good thing. I'm sorry, Leah. That will be a 29 to hit.
Ouch.
And that absolutely hits, yeah.
Okay.
Probably should use the one that was bad. But I would have rolled probably good because it's an ally. I can't roll good against enemies. Ever.
Only roll well against when I'm targeting allies.
At least I load it, Leah, for damage. 8 slashing. Yeah, 8 slashing.
Alright, Leah, what happens when one of your images takes damage? It disappears, right?
Yeah, it just poofs.
Oof.
It just slices through it and it just fizzes out of existence.
Like butter.
You killed Leah.
You kill Leah. She poofs into mist before you, and, like, as you complete the swing, you kind of, like, snap back to yourself and realize that you've attacked Leah, and you feel really bad about it, and then you just see it poof before you like a cloud of dreams, and you find yourself a little confused.
No, actually, well, being a warrior, I think I had sigh of relief, because I know that people don't just poof.
Yeah.
This is the Feywild.
Also, there's 2 more Leahs in front of you.
Yeah, so I sigh with a big sigh of relief. Or I go, woo!
You see all of the Brendans looking around at this and going, well, that's disappointing.
The 3 other Leahs look cross at you.
Alright, that is used. Leah, it's your turn.
Okay. I'm going to use an Eldritch Blast. I'm going to aim at the one at the corner of the yellow.
Got it. Alright. The one inside the yellow?
Yeah, inside the yellow, but like at the corner of it.
Yep. Number token 2.
Oh, that's a crit.
Are you one of the ones who is adjacent to an enemy?
I don't know. I don't know which one I am. The green with the
They're
tokens.
both adjacent to an enemy.
But there are 3 Leahs.
Yeah, there's
Oh,
one to the
I didn't
south.
see that one.
Leah, you know which one you are. You are the one that is between Tatsuya and Brendan.
Okay, so I'm that one.
Yes,
Okay.
you're the one basically in the middle of the screen.
Yeah, then shit, I'm adjacent to an enemy.
Yeah. You can always move. You know that your copies will move if you want to do that.
Leah just yells, "Scatter!" Leah's run.
Yeah, I mean, I will
Gotta
provoke an
choose which
attack of
one to make the
opportunity,
advantage.
though.
You might.
Yeah, but there's also 2 that get attack of opportunity from the same person, so he could always just...
You could pick the wrong one.
Could pick the wrong one.
Yeah. What you gonna do?
Okay. I'm gonna try that first. I'm gonna try move.
Okay. Just tell me where real Leo's headed.
Really, I said it... Well, yeah, thank you for zooming out. Fine. Going to go... Can I go diagonally here without it being through an enemy?
Yeah, you mean diagonally up left?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can go there.
Okay, I'm going to go there and then straight up to the wall.
Okay. And where is Leah Icon 2 going?
Past Lara Mendes, as far as she can get.
Through
5,
Laramendus
10,
and Jebel, though? Or...
No, just past them.
There is a closed...
attempting to not provoke an attack of opportunity, or being fine provoking an attack of opportunity.
And fine provoking an attack of opportunity.
Yeah, that one's a Oof Ghost. And the last one's gonna move too, just so that they're all moving. What are you gonna have it do?
What is that white? Do you know what that white is?
That was the shatter. So all the stone in the white area looks a little bit damaged. Not like it's gonna break or cave in, just like kind of cracked.
Okay, well, she's gonna move down through that.
Okay. Just like down to there.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's.
Making it look
even
like
with the
all of them
difficult
is running
terrain of the
away.
grease, that was fine, right?
Grease. The grease is under Tatsuya. It's this area that I'm highlighting.
Yeah, I'm saying Leah's movements. Because grease is difficult terrain.
Grease is difficult terrain. Okay. So it was... But she moved off of it, so real Leah isn't affected by it. Because she was on this square, and the first square that she moved to was not in the grease.
Okay.
She's unaffected by it. Fake Leah also immediately moved not on the grease, so was unaffected by it.
We did forget the other thing of grease that when the grease appears, each creature standing in the area needs to succeed in a dex saving throw or fall prone.
Oh.
And any creature that enters it must do the same thing.
And then he shoved everybody
or ends
there.
its turn there.
Right.
So Yukikaze had ended his turn there. Would need to.
Alright, everybody had been poofed there. The grease happened on initiative 20, which means that it was Tatsuya. It's just Tatsuya who's ended there so far. So Tatsuya should roll a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah, dexterity.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I would have said something earlier if I had remembered.
I'll get you for this. Well, I fell.
What'd you get?
I fell.
Oh, you fell. Okay.
I mean, you don't always fail on a 1.
It's a 5.
A 5 will fail. It's against the spellcaster's spell save DC.
Yeah.
So you ran
Smart me
in,
is
swung your hammer twice, missing both times, and then there was one of those comedy movie high-pitched squeaks, and your feet just fly out from under you, and you land on your back in the grease.
And the hammer hits my head, and I'm dead.
Just like Home Alone.
Mm-hmm.
Very sad. What a way to go,
I had
Tatsuya.
double disadvantage when I shot at him.
Now the party has to explain to Raiken, once they save him, why his brother is dead, even though they saved him. So, Leah moved. Okay, right, I was going to say, Leah, heads or tails?
Heads.
Heads. So, if he flips heads, that means that you're going to get away. Or if I flipped heads just now, that means he's going to be targeting the other Leah instead of you. Understand?
Yeah.
I flipped heads.
Yeah, of course you did, because it's 50-50.
So,
I have a curse.
get away.
I always get. I meant I get away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah,
Right.
you picked the one that was good for you, which was not getting hit.
Yes.
Oh. That's rare. I usually go very bad when it goes to 50-50.
He does, however, roll a crit on the other one to attack it.
Okay.
So it moves. As you once again see his blue steel come out of nowhere and crack her in the back as she runs away. You see yourself die.
He's just running directly at Lara Mendes and just... It's horrifying.
This is definitely not traumatizing, Lair, don't worry.
Then it's the Eldritch Blast.
Yes.
Which...
Yes, now you can do your thing. I just needed to resolve his attack of opportunity, that's all.
Yeah. Do I need to roll again, or...?
No, did you roll earlier, or am I forgetting?
Yeah, I rolled a crit earlier.
Oh, yeah, I'm not making you re-roll that. I forgot the thing. Just tell me the damage. And also, is the target the one who you ran away from, or is it one of the other ones? I forgot. Oh, it's this guy, right? In the bottom right corner, you said?
Yeah, that's what I said earlier.
Yes. Okay, my bad. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
My brain's all over the place, because this fight is so ridiculous.
He's in a difficult position, but considering a crit, I don't think that matters.
He is resistant to crits, which means that you roll critical damage and then have it.
So it's okay. Gotcha. A little bit wasteful, but I'm not gonna change my target after moving because that's cheating.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Everything's fine. They all... You'll see.
Besides, doing it this way means you are at least more likely to get average damage.
It does mean that you're more likely to get average damage.
I need to turn on my lights. It's so dark in here.
Yeah, see? That's what I had to do earlier, too.
I came prepared. My lights are already on.
Yeah, I usually remember to do that. 16 points of force damage, correct?
Yes.
And that is icon number 2. Alright. You may roll another Eldritch Blast. Who is your target?
No, I'm going to shoot the one straight below me.
Okay. Just so you know, the guy who took 16 is still standing.
Okay. Yeah, but I had already planned to send each blast to different targets.
Okay.
Though that plan was before one of mine poofed, but still.
So the two Leos now each send a Eldritch Blast at the guy between them.
Yeah. That's 26.
26 will hit.
Yeah. That's 6 on die, so that's 13. Yes.
13. Against that one. Very nice. Alright, so do you have
I have one more blast.
right. Who are you going to target?
What does the yellow triangle mean?
The yellow triangle was me trying to draw a line between you and this other guy.
No, I mean on one of the.
Oh,
That's from
that's...
Paramedics Chill Touch.
Yeah, that one has a skeletal hand, like face huggering it.
Okay, well I'm gonna shoot that one.
Okay. So you fire an Eldritch Blast, your image fires an Eldritch Blast that uselessly collides with the wall between her and the target.
Yeah, I mean, we can say that mine also somehow just collides with the wall because I got a fumble.
Oof. Interesting. Alright, anything else? You have moved, you have attacked.
Yeah, that's all.
Okay.
As the edge blast somehow just I might make an awkward move with my wand or something, so it just collides with the wall I'm right next to. It just goes poof.
Alright. The four Brendans just go, keep scrambling the fairies!
Oh, fun.
Here we go again.
Zoop. Zoop. Zoop.
Well, at least I'm out of the grease.
So, a creature that enters the grease must make a dexterity saving throw or fall prone.
Yeah, but it's Mendar, he'll be fine.
I like that the image of Leah now gives me exactly enough you guys tokens to swap people one for one.
I got a 26 dex save. That's a fail, and I don't think anyone can succeed.
Well, it was a near thing, but you do make it. It was a
Is that
near
the real Leah or the fake Leah that got put into grease?
I mean, you don't know.
Yeah, but she gets to roll if she's the real one, right?
I'm gonna make a roll either way. Leah, please roll a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah. That should be fine.
What did you get?
Dexterity save. That's 22.
You lucky dog. Meet or beat. Alright. You manage not to fall in the grease either.
Yay.
You do find that you are still, like, your skin is still slick with the stuff as it had sprayed upon you from the ceiling.
Mm.
Now you're just back in the puddle again. As your stomach lurches from being teleported. Alright. That one's done. Which means it's Laramenda's turn.
Okay. I think that Laramendas is going to 4th level magic missile the one directly north of him.
Okay.
Like the Brendan north of him, not the Jebel directly north of him.
Out of curiosity, how is he looking physically?
He is. I guess not that anyone is probably. Evandar can probably might be able to see him.
There's no facing, so Jebel can see you.
That's fair. Laramendas doesn't seem. Laramendas looks like he's collecting himself much more than he usually needs to. But it's been a bit, and things have changed. What with the whole moving around again, teleporting is usually like fun. This hasn't been fun.
This hasn't been fun. Would it be fair to say he looks stressed?
I think, yeah. It would be very fair to say that Laramendas looks stressed.
Okay.
In a way that he does not usually look.
Okay. So, 4th level magic missile is 7 missiles? Is that what you said?
It's 6.
6 missiles. Sorry, I added 1. Alright, so, and they're all hitting this one dude.
Yep.
Okay. Please roll me 6d4 plus 6. Which is 70, obviously.
Nineteen force damage on that
19
Brendan.
points of damage. An Icon 3. A good hit. Alright. He's still standing. But he definitely felt that one. Like, he's got the little lances sticking out of his chest in this arrangement as they skewer into him. And you see him, like, kind of, like, thunk back with it, like, just kind of rock a little as it hits him. And he looks down at them for a protracted moment before looking up and making eye contact with you. It's like, ow! That hurt!
Laramendas is just gonna nod.
He looks upset! Yukikaze, you're up.
I'm gonna run to go
Cat.
get my cat her insulin.
Get the cat. Yukikaze, where are you? You're all the way up at the top. You got teleported up to where Leah used to be. You're now up by the wall.
And the darkness is...
Darkness is gone. You can see just fine now.
How about there's this nasty shit in front of me?
The nasty shit in front of you... Oh, wait, hold on. I moved, Tatsuya, so this is gone again. Don't worry, it's not like I made this fight harder for myself or anything.
Nope.
Where's... There he is!
Alright.
There we go. So
Oh,
the
it's
only
not
nasty
this part.
shit in front of you is that there is grease on the floor. And it is, here. There we go.
Okay. So I see one of the little clone things in front of me.
Yep. Brendan
Alright.
actually makes his deck save so he doesn't slip in his own grease.
I guess I'll just proceed to walk up and swing at him.
Yep, 20 feet and you can swing. Are you swinging the Silver Fang at him?
Yeah, triple attack.
Alrighty. Swoosh, swoosh, swoosh.
Dark blue, its first attack, light blue second. First attack is a 14.
14 to hit will miss, unless I missed the to hit.
That's what the to hit is.
Okay, 14 will miss.
Second will be 30.
A 30 is definitely gonna hit.
That's
Two very
5,
different numbers.
6. Well, the first one was a really low roll. 6 plus 5 is 11. 11 magical. Yeah, it would be.
11 magical slashing damage.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Because you are using it in the form of a longsword.
Yes.
Okay.
22 for the next one.
22 will hit.
And that will be another 11 damage slashing.
You slash across him, and he looks down at the wound and goes, "Boof!" And the Brendan explodes and disappears.
Okay then.
You just sort of hear this echoing, "Ah!"
Which one was I afraid of?
Shit, I don't
Hello?
remember. It might have been that one.
He was afraid of the one with the yellow triangle.
But you haven't had a turn yet, have you?
No.
Yeah. It was the one with the yellow triangle?
Yeah, because he was in Tatsuya's space, and that was the one like, directly above him.
Right. No, wait. But the one... Yeah, okay, yeah. Yes. Yeah, okay. So, sure. I believe it. That one. Yeah. Alright. Anything else, Yuki? You went 5, 10, 15, 20 feet. You still have at least 10 feet of movement.
I'll move toward the one on the left of the screen below me.
Alrighty. You move there above between the dead dog and the wall. Have you got any attacks left? You're not dual wielding anymore, so you don't, right?
Oh, that's it.
Okay. Any quippy one-liners?
No, I can't think of anything. No fan. No.
Okay. Not a problem. In that case, as you approach this Brendan and end your turn, he is going to hold up a hand, like, try to stop you as you approach, weapon drawn. And in his other hand, he's going to, like, reach, like, into his jacket and pull out what looks like a playing card from a card game. And like, sneers at you and says, "You've activated my trap card!" And the, ground beneath your feet is suddenly going to become a gnashing maw. Make a dexterity saving throw.
What trap cards?
I don't know.
It's the 6 of diamonds, obviously.
No, it's the
Ace of spades! The
It's
ace
the
of
ace of
spades!
spades.
Ooh. 20?
20 is pretty good.
I'll probably still lose it.
Actually, you manage to avoid damage from the gnashing teeth as you nimbly move your feet, and avoid their jaws. Not bad.
Does the pug count as an enemy?
I mean, it's not explicitly an ally.
But would it give me disadvantage if I made a range attack while next to it?
It would be safe to assume that it would.
Okay.
Okay, sorry. Sorry for the wait just there. Cyrus. It becomes Cyrus' turn.
Alright. So I'm afraid of the one on the left. And so from my understanding, that means I can't move up and I can't move left because I can't get closer to him. Would that be accurate?
You could... the one that I've highlighted next to Yukikaze is the source of your fear?
Yep.
I would say that you cannot move left currently. You could move straight up, because 4th edition grid rules, that's not moving closer to him.
Okay. Then... how tall is the room?
10, 15 feet? 10 feet, call it.
Alright. Then I would like to use a bonus action to create my wings and then move up and just try and fly a little bit above the grease so that I hopefully don't have to deal with it.
So you bust out the wings and begin trying to make yourself hover.
Yep.
And then you want to move northward.
Yep, 2 spaces.
So you're now adjacent to a Brendan.
Yep. And I'm gonna cast Sunbeam. Through both of them.
I see.
So...
Alright, spend the
it's gonna
spell
be
slot.
It's gonna be at 6th level.
Alrighty.
And I'll roll the damage. Not gonna bother with that save nonsense.
It was a con save, right?
Yeah.
And you said that an 18 succeeds?
Yeah, as does a 17.
Ah, okay. As does a 17. Then, yes, they both succeed. Although I did roll another 2.
Nice. If I had my sword, that would matter. But every time I want to get it, it either I get teleported away, someone blocks the spot, or I can't move towards it. So, yeah.
Well,
Hold on, doesn't Jebel have it?
Yeah,
Yes,
Jebel.
but he's to the left of me.
I haven't gotten near Jebel since he got.
I love Scramble the Fairies.
So, it's 40 base damage.
40 base damage, so they take 20 from 6.
Correction, sorry, 38. Because it's adding extra 2 from a sword that I don't currently have.
Got you. So they take 19 once it's reduced by making the save. And it is radiant damage.
Correct.
Okay. So, straight back to 38. And that is 1 and 2.
And then I would like to go down and to the right so that I'm within Tatsuya's aura, so I have a harder time failing con saves.
That was a big hit.
I try.
You either poof.
So, you Kamehameha this beam of radiant energy into the wall, and from within the blinding stream of light, you just hear and oh, this guy dies. Like, just disintegrated to a crisp.
Nice.
The other guy is super hurt.
Well, with that being the case, then I'd like to be one to the left of Tatsuya, since I won't take an attack of opportunity.
One to the left of Tatsuya.
That should be the
5,
remainder
10, 15, 20, 5. Okay.
And I'm done.
And you're done. Alright. Back to the top of the initiative for round 6. Vendar. You just watched 2 of the Brendans die, one of them horrifically.
But the one I'm scared of is still alive.
Yes.
Alright.
But if you kill
I'll
him,
go
you won't
one.
be scared anymore.
Yeah, but I can't get sneak attack on him.
What you gonna
I'll
do?
go one to the left, and then I'll close my eye.
Very well. The source of your fear is no longer in range of sight because your blind sense is only 10 feet, and you are now blind.
And I'll go ahead and throw my dagger at the one across from Yukikaze.
Alright. Roll it. There's no penalties or
28
anything.
to hit.
You got what?
28 to hit.
28 hits. Ridiculous.
Quite the party trick.
Yeah, closes his eyes, throws a dagger, like, just next to Yuki's helm, strikes the guy in the neck. What you got?
That's a 7 piercing damage from the dagger.
Alrighty. And then from the, Schnick attack.
So half of 27.
13. Alright. He takes in the neck, and he kind of like has this smug smirk on for a second as he's looking at you with this dagger sticking out of his neck. Then you kind of like see his eyes go wide and start to bug out, and he like reaches up and like kind of like grabs the handle of the knife sticking out as he and he just suddenly poofs into a cloud of mist, and the dagger clatters to the floor.
Oh, cool. Flash to the real point.
And at that point, you see the guy that you're afraid of, the last guy in the room, kind of looks around and goes, "Now, fellas, let's be reasonable."
Hold up. Are you saying that the real one was the one with the skeleton, like, facehugger?
The skeleton hand is no longer there because my turn ended.
Right, but it was still that one. That was the one that was the real one.
I'm neither confirming nor denying any of that.
Either is, or whichever ones we took out first for the fakes.
Yeah, it might be like, just like this, just the last one, and the last one is the real, just by that.
They were all real until they died, and they became fake.
Yeah, it was like clones, sort of. Well, we might never know.
he holds up his hands out to the sides, palms out to show he's got no weapons, and says, "I get last words, right?"
Sure?
Does anybody try to interrupt him?
Whose turn is it?
Decision.
He's speaking. I'm waiting to see if anybody wants to interrupt him.
I think you said enough.
Point to God. You better not be self-destructing this thing.
Load bearing boss. Load bearing boss.
He smirks at Jebel as Jebel says, "You better not be self-destructing this thing." Before shifting his gaze south, looking either at Tatsuya or Cyrus, before his grin broadens and he says, "With my last breath, I give you the gift of chaos, Cyrus."
Oh, come on, what did I do?
And as he says this, all of you see that his dully glowing green eyes flash brightly. And in that same moment, those who can see Cyrus notice that his eyes also flash green for a moment. Before he turns back to the party and says, "Do what you will, but let me tell you one thing. You cannot kill me in any way that matters."
Dude, we just want to get through this place. You're the one who started a fight.
Jebel's turn.
Just standing around. So, is this over? Can we go now?
Move your house.
He doesn't respond, but you do notice that he seems to be starting to change. His body seems to be altering its shape in front of your eyes. Are you taking any actions, Jebel?
Is there any way to, anticipate what he's turning into, or...?
Yeah, roll nature.
That is a 27.
All right. A 27. The change is happening pretty quickly. So, with just a moment's watching, you get a pretty good idea. And I will say that I believe your character would find themselves surprised. Like, you identify what's happening, but at the same time, it doesn't seem believable. All of the traits that his body seems to be rapidly taking on, as his body, like, morphs, changes, parts of him shrivel and change their color, texture, as though his very skin is changing its makeup, seem to be consistent with that of fungus.
Fungus? He's a mushroom?
I was like, oh, that's kind of gross.
And you see this, like, you know, the snotty webbing of decomposition starting in the crux of his body, under his chin and his arms.
Where am I now?
Are you doing anything?
Oh wait, no, I can't scroll that. That's Twitch.
Where do you want me to be looking?
Yeah, the Iris. That blue circle, is that Tatsuya?
The blue circle is Tatsuya. He is on his back on the ground next to you.
Well, he's not next to me, that's next to Cyrus.
Cyrus? No, that's Cyrus. You're next to the dog.
Yeah. Or what remains of the dog.
Yeah. Bush. Dog
Next to
soup.
the bloody splatter that used to be a dog.
Indeed. So he's changing. Decomposing, perhaps, or maybe becoming fungus, a mushroom. Do you watch?
Carefully watch. I'm gonna walk over and pick up that pug.
The pug is the same size as you.
It's that big?
It's a medium-sized creature.
Oh, sounds bigger than him.
Oh, it's a giant pug.
It's a big pug.
I didn't realize the pug was so big.
Yeah.
Neither did I.
All the dogs were medium-sized creatures.
I thought the pug was the size of an actual pug.
No, it was a big pug. It was just, you know, small enough that giant Yukikaze could still lift it.
And Jebel,
Well, with
Remember
that in
how-
mind,
Ride the pug into battle, Shovel.
That's what I was going to say. I think I have a riding pug now.
Jebel, remember how I was displeased about you using blight? Forget all about that.
I will. I believe I saw that. What's the damage type again?
Necrotic.
Necrotic. I believe I saw that necrotic damage didn't affect this fella.
But if it's a plant,
Fungi
It's a
aren't
plant. Now
plants.
he's always been a plant. Yeah, fungi
yeah,
aren't
doesn't know
plants.
that.
That's true. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
If you weren't to say it, Jebel does know that.
Yeah. Yeah. Fungi aren't plants. Or fungi.
They're not. But they grow.
As he continues changing and less resembling the humanoid he was, you just hear his cackle echoing through the room softly, as though it's not even coming from his body anymore, and you simply hear him repeat, "You cannot kill me in any way that matters."
I hear Laramenda's call from way back where he is. What the devil is going on over there?
He's turning into a mushroom, or he always was a mushroom. I don't know. It's confusing and kind of gross.
Alright, so Jebel's not doing anything. Brendan completes his transformation, turns into a mushroom. There's just like an Amanita death cap on the ground in front of you. Red toadstool mushroom with white spots. And the building begins to rumble softly. You hear a click, and the door that you woke up in front of swings open. I will disband initiative and simply ask what each person is doing. Larabundus, they told you that he's turning into a mushroom, then the room started rumbling and the doors opened on their own. What do you do?
It's going to move up to see what they meant by he's turning into a mushroom, and see that there's now just a mushroom over somewhere.
Yeah.
Did he shrink down into the size of an actual mushroom?
Yes, he looks like an actual mushroom now.
Well, I think it's mainly the size. Is he still...
Like, is he a small mushroom, or is he, like, the same size as he was?
No. He became a small mushroom.
Oh.
Why?
Oh, no,
so we didn't know with the pug, so it's worth asking.
Oh.
Is the pug still there?
Yeah, the pug's just, like, sitting on the floor, kind of, like, looking over at the mushroom and huffing. Just labored breathing of a pug.
Well, that's terrifying.
This has been...
Vendar's gonna go grab his dagger.
Where did you leave that fucking thing? Oh, over here.
I'm just going to turn to Larmid and say, I kind of see why you left this place now.
I'm gonna say that I want to get out of here, and I'm gonna like Scooby-Doo start running on the grease. Trying to like heading out towards the door.
Your copy makes it out the door.
I'd like to try and retrieve my sword from Jebel and leave.
Hold up, I slip on the grease and I face splat.
Oh, so covered in grease.
I am going
Armendus
to...
goes over to assist Leah.
I am pointing in like every direction and just going like, where are we going?
That opened that way.
Come on,
All
Buggy
the doors
boy.
opened.
Just the door
Try to
you
get
saw
Bug to
open.
follow me.
Oh, just that door. Okay.
No, leave the beast.
Tatsuya is going to go smush the mushroom, then go pick up his dagger.
Squish.
Good riddance.
I think you left your dagger here.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
Does Leah
Yep,
still have
those
the
in that
Periapt?
corner.
Is it the poison Periapt?
Periapt proof against poison.
Periapt proof against poison.
I still got that, yes.
I only ever remember what that thing's called because it's a stupid amount of alliteration.
That's the right amount of alliteration.
I mean, roll
A
threes.
pretty safe way of getting rid of that thing now would be for you to eat it.
No way. Also, please get me out of here. I said to Larmendus as I try to get up on him.
Oh yeah, Larmendus is attempting to pick you up and get you out of the grease.
Yeah, she seems to be
with
frantic.
effort and more than
it-
a little grease on your robes, you do manage to help her up and get her out.
I'm going to
Larmendus,
try-
you can tell that she seems to not wanting to go away from this place as much as she wants to get away from the pug. As she grabs onto you and like tries to climb away from the animal. And let's go
Try to
there.
get the Bug to follow him.
Okay, roll animal handling. Is animal handling still a thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good, roll that.
Oh, that's... I don't think the pug likes me. I got a 5.
I was going to try and leave the pug out.
You probably have a much better chance of doing it.
Tatsuya could literally just pick the pug up and bring it.
Why are we... Taking
The
the
pug is going to be our official mascot.
No,
Pug's
leave
part
it.
of the team now.
No, I don't like dogs. Leave it.
What if the pug was the real enemy? Just made the mushroom a proxy.
Dogs
Look how
make me
fucking
sick. I
cute
can't.
that pug is. I'm bringing it.
No discussion. Leave it.
No discussion. Part of the team now. We don't leave the team behind.
You
Can
bring the
roll
dog,
animal
I
handling
leave.
giant?
I think that you'll have a difficult time convincing my father to let you take a fey pug into the house.
But look at it.
Can
How
we
can you
please
say no to
leave?
that face?
We,
Look how
we are
cute
in a
it
rush.
I am
How
also.
can you say no to that face?
That just means you can trust it less.
Cut it quickly, give it all your adorable hoo-ha's you want to do, and let's go.
Can we take it outside of the barrier at least?
No. Let's just
No.
go.
Say do it anyway.
I'm
going to do it anyway. Yeah. Oh,
You distract them.
Roll the sneak pug out.
Vendar will try to distract the rest of the party.
Devil, roll sleight of hand.
I refuse to be distracted. I'm trying to get my sword back still.
He's just
All
like,
right,
look what I can do, and he's doing the airbender thing where he's just spinning the balls
Oh, yeah.
between his hands.
Tatsuya uses deception.
Creating a pug the same size as me on my person somewhere.
Hey, you have a bag of holding.
The pug's standing behind Jebel and he says, "There's no pug here." Jebel, I see it right behind you. It's you see nothing.
That's just part of
I have
me.
my-
It's always been there.
That's
It
my
is,
cat.
my-
it is an
my-
unnaturally large pug, but it
Poke
is
is
just as cute and bad at breathing as regular pugs.
I am just going to try and get it out past the barrier anyway.
Alright, so, I'm sorry, I was answering a question on here. Did I hear a number for animal handling?
5 from Vendar. I
Yeah,
haven't
for
rolled.
5.
No, me to
Alright.
roll.
Let me double check a thing, because this might actually just fall into your purview.
Yeah, can you speak to the pug?
I can speak to the pug. Doesn't mean anything though.
Well, he can speak to beasts. This is a fae. Let's see.
Guys, it's not a good idea. Just leave the damn thing.
Let's
Come
start with
on.
the animal. Let's start with animal handling. So see what you get on that, and you can.
Me.
Hmm?
Me.
Yeah, you.
Or.
Double.
Ugh, Jesus Christ.
While they're jerking around with the pug, you guys is gonna follow Leah and exit.
That's a 12.
12. Okay. So yeah,
Ooh,
with
a
a
3
with a
on
mixture of prodding, and offering of things and pressing on it, in the way that you understand your ability to speak to animals works. It does eventually, stand up at, looks at you, kind of, sniffs at the treats, licks your face, it is bigger than you, and then, follows the prodding. You're able to push it out of the building. Which continues to rumble.
Is there a barrier outside the building? Like a visible barrier?
As you exit to the building, you do see the stream and the bridge that the Mendises spoke of earlier, the one that was missing. And shortly beyond the stream and bridge, you do see the purple barrier.
Okay. So before he even brings the dog out, I would have just bolted through the barrier.
Okay. Leah bolts through the barrier. You pass through it. There is that moment of nausea, just like in Minuet's Lair, whenever you went through purple barriers there, as you shift from one place to another. As you guys are struggling this dog out the door, the rumbling increases, and suddenly you see the building's stones, the very stones of its structure, seeming to flip and shake, and you see the whole thing, for lack of a better word, walk away as the stones and cobbles at the bottom of the building, what it rests on atop the ground, seem to be rolling end over end and moving the entire building as one structure away to the north at a relatively high speed. You can hear the splintering of trees as it goes. As it disappears, as the house, walks out into the trees and away, you actually feel the barrier pass over you, and you're cast into a moment of nausea as the barrier goes too, and now you are staring at a purple wall rising some 50 feet up into the air, moving among the trees, and then finally disappearing beyond distant foliage as this thing moves away at about the speed of a horse galloping.
This place is weird.
This place is very weird.
Is the dog still there?
The dog is still there, just panting and snorting next to you.
Oh, good.
As you,
I was afraid it'd disappear when the portal went with the barrier.
As you all now stand roughly 50-60 feet away from, you can see the Mendes family caravan.
Leah would have gone a little off, and so as you come out, you will see her sitting it's there's water, I guess, since there's a bridge.
Yeah, they cross the bridge.
She's sitting kneeling over the water.
Okay, so you would have been just outside the barrier, and then once the barrier, because the water was all totally hidden by the barrier, and then the barrier left and revealed the water again.
Okay, in that case, it wouldn't be over the water, because that doesn't make sense.
Okay, so you're just heading toward the caravan.
Yeah, it would just be just sitting by the side of the road.
Okay.
In both my kneeling, being on my knees and hands on the ground, head lowered.
Very well. That is what you see as you come out, and as the
the clone is gone by now.
Ah, the clone is gone. Very well. Poof. I thought it was still two Leahs comforting each other.
Yeah, no, it only lasts a minute. So.
I'm gonna say Lara Mendes goes up to Leah, hand in the bag, and is like, "Are you all right?" And then Leah just looks up and is like, "That's not me."
I'm
so
over
Lara Mendes
here.
does go up to Leah.
I'm over here.
As you come up to Leah, Lara Mendes, you can hear she's breathing heavily. Kind of sounds like the pug.
Are you all right?
I'll guide us.
Here, can't breathe.
Why don't we get you inside, then?
If you take a look at her, you can tell that her eyes are red. And she's gross, she's got snot all over her face.
I prestidigitate you. Of that and all the grease that is still on you.
Yeah.
Why don't we get you inside now?
Yeah, thanks.
As you you help her up, and you continue covering the distance from your current position to the caravan. And as you do so, you hear the creak of wood, and Ma and Pa Mendes amble out in front. And Ma says, "There you all are! You were gone so long!"
How long is so long?
A few hours at least.
Shit. At least it wasn't days. Don't like this place.
I don't like this place either.
At least it's interesting.
He paws, kind of like leaning back, like stretching his suspenders a little bit, kind of like looking up at an angle, marveling at the sky, seemingly, and says, "Well, that was a hell of a thing there, wasn't it? The barrier just sort of ran off after a fashion, eh?"
It was weird. It was very weird.
Well, come on inside and let's get this back underway, shall we?
Can we bring our pug?
No.
He kind of like leans out a bit and catches a glimpse of the pug just like sitting there with its tongue lolling out, its eyes pointed in different directions. He goes, "Well, I suppose we can make room."
No.
Awesome.
Laramentis is just shaking his head, trying to make eye contact with his father.
You manage to make eye contact with your father. He begins nodding vigorously.
I make eye contact with my mother and shake my head more vigorously.
She mouths at you, "I'll cook."
I imagine that Laramentis just hangs his head in defeat at that point.
I can't be next to dogs.
Why? What's wrong with dogs?
They make me ill.
You're allergic to dogs?
Don't know what that is, but yeah, probably.
Do I have the medicine knowledge? I don't think I have the medicine knowledge. Medicine's a wisdom thing.
I'm proficient in medicine. Can I roll?
I'm proficient in medicine.
Why don't the people who are proficient in medicine roll? Are you going to be checking this as you're heading back toward the caravan?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I got a 24.
Yeah, Elias is absolutely allergic to dogs.
Yeah, it's slightly better than me. I got a 21.
Alright. Yes, you both feel very confident that her symptoms are dog allergy.
Is there anything I can do to alleviate dog allergy?
Get a poodle.
Medically?
Yeah, like with the dog around.
I was gonna say, I have one suggestion, though I don't think you'll like it. You know that keeping people away from things that they're allergic to is a good way of keeping them from having allergic reactions. If you can separate her physically from the dog by several rooms, making sure that they don't use common spaces, that could alleviate her symptoms. Or by, I don't know, respecting her wishes and getting rid of the dog. Just a thought.
That last one's a bit far-fetched.
That last one, yeah. A bridge too far.
But he's so cute. And look how big he is.
How big he is.
Dragons, magic, yeah. Respecting
we
other
saw
people,
the
that's
dog
a bit much.
in a strange mansion in the Feywild, protected by a terrifying purple barrier, summoned by a man who turned into a mushroom.
It said you can't kill him in any meaningful way.
I think the dog
But look
should
at how
stay out
cute it
here.
is. We can just leave it, abandon
Laramentis
it.
looks at the dog.
The dog
Looks at the
does
dog's
not
eye.
look at you, as far as you can tell.
I think the dog will be fine.
It's facing Laramentis, but its eyes are looking elsewhere.
You see that one of the dog's ears, Laramentis, becomes one of those, ridge-like mushrooms that grow on the side of trees.
I think you should step away from the dog, and then we should all continue on our way. We are in a bit of a hurry.
Is she allergic to dogs or is she allergic to mushrooms?
You look again, and the dog's ear is fine.
Did anyone else see the dog's ear turn into a mushroom?
It did what?
No one else saw that happen.
I think you're seeing things,
And it's in
Laromundus.
your head.
I feel like that's all the more reason to not have the dog around.
But I like the dog.
Although the allergies amongst a party member and the wishes of that party member should probably be reason enough.
I'm not advocating we keep him. I'm just advocating that we don't abandon him here.
I don't think there's going to be any
I don't
better
think
place
there's a
to leave
difference
the
with
dog.
this group.
The only other place would be leaving it at Autumn's Elegy, and that seems like making any kind of move that could be seen as any kind of gift, especially one that you're not sure of, to a Fae, seems like a terrible idea. So
Well, maybe
leave the dog-
Zinfarno will take care of the dog.
that's giving something to a Fae, which is a bad idea.
Yeah, it's true.
But he's a friend, isn't he?
But Leah doesn't want to be near the dog.
I
Well,
gotta
it's not like
echo
Leah's
the
with-
boy in this situation. You don't want to be giving things to Fae. You don't want to be owed anything by a Fae.
And what happens if they give you something?
You do
Then
not
you're a Fae.
accept it.
And if you didn't get a choice?
Now, what if they give you something and you give them back a Fey dog?
In all interactions with the Fae, it is best to not make any kind of exchange, because they have information that you do not in regards to
What-
that exchange.
What if we polymorph the dog into something that Leah wasn't allergic to?
That's a waste of our spell slots.
Bendar, why are you arguing this? Don't you want to get to your sister's wedding?
Oh, time is wasting.
Yeah.
Besides,
But
you don't
it's
know,
so
this
cute.
conversation will be taking days.
I don't like this place. Fine, let's go.
They, Ma and Pa Mendes kind of amble over and reach hands out to the pug. It snuffles at them. They pat its head, a little surreptitiously. Dog seems very, complacent. And you all start heading back toward the wagon. Are you leaving the dog there?
I guess.
Alright. It sits where you left it. And Ma and Pa Mendes, they go to turn back to follow you back to their wagon, and they realize the dog isn't moving, so they go back and try to shoo it off of the pathway. And it seems, oblivious. Perhaps you could get it off the path, so it isn't in the way of the Myces.
I look at Jebel.
Just kind of shrug and and I'm going to try and move it off the path.
Again, with a bit of pressing from your ability to speak with animals, and a bit of luring with bits that it can lick at and eat, you do manage to get it to the side of this so-called path, far enough out that you believe that it will not be struck by the wagon as it passes. It otherwise seems completely docile and complacent, and very willing to just sit wherever it is left. You all head back to the wagon. As you are ascending the steps inside, returning to this space that is magically larger on the inside than the outside and grows to accommodate its guests, Cyrus, you suddenly feel this wave of unease, perhaps nausea, overcome you, and you stumble.
Could someone give me a once over? Do I look different? Is like I feel like there's something on my tongue. Only there.
Yeah, there are
Mushrooms.
mushrooms growing from your tongue.
You mean
Bender will say that regardless of whether it's true.
I'd like a second opinion.
You have
From
mean
someone I know I
friends.
can believe.
Yep, definitely mushrooms.
My vision is a little hazy.
What were
All of
saying,
you do
Ghost
notice
Stuff?
that as he seems to stumble and tremble and ask for assistance, that his eyes have a dull green glow.
Your eyes always been green.
I don't recall them glowing like that.
They're glowing. Cause I mean, yes, they're green, but seriously, they're glowing. Is that normal here? I say, well, as I turn to look at Larry Mindus.
It looks like the similar green glow to that which Brendan exhibited during the fight.
I think he turned you into a mushroom, man.
We're going to go into one of the bedrooms, and I'm going to detect magic on you, and we will see what we can figure out.
I don't know. I think just like the pug, we should leave him here.
Yeah, if the pug isn't allowed, then...
Mean friends.
Why are you guys just
I'm
being
just
silly?
joking. I wouldn't leave Cyrus.
Bender, you're still wasting time by talking nonsense.
We're in the damn thing already. I'm not wasting time.
True. You are in the wagon. The Ma and Pa Mendes follow you in as you have this discussion in the dining room. They pull the ramp up and the door closed, and they go back to driving the wagon. Pa says, "I'm not sure if we can make up the lost time, but I'll do the best I can." You may continue your discussion.
Does anyone currently have the capabilities of casting Remove Curse or any of the restorations?
Leah
should
could remove
they
curse, couldn't she?
seem necessary?
Normally I could, yes, but I'm all out.
It's going to take some time to examine him, so perhaps
You should rest.
You
Do your stuff back on a short rest, right?
You all
Yes.
ascend the ladder to the kitchen, and then the stairs up to the bedroom floor, and you pick out Cyrus' bedroom. As you enter, you hear this odd creaking, as you notice one after another, the people that want to be in there pile into the room, and the room never feels overcrowded. It feels just on the other side of crowded, but everyone manages to fit.
And Tatsuya,
Yes.
it pains me to ask this, but do you have the same spells as Raiken did?
He clutches his chest. It pains you. Asking your own uncle.
I mean, you did try to end the world.
I can determine if he is diseased. Before doing so,
Well, I'm thinking I could need some help.
I cast Fairy's Telepathic Bond as a spell.
Alright, spend the spell slot.
I would have done so at the beginning of combat if the combat had not started with
Experiment with the fairies.
no, with the
Us unconscious.
narrative profanity.
Oh, the
filter.
narrative profanity filter.
Right.
That was amazing. It was amazing.
So Larminus will telepath saying, we are all now on a telepathic bond, and I'm going to do my best to make sure that that will stay up as long as we need it. Why don't you sit down, Cyrus?
Assuming there's something to sit on.
There is a bed. This is the bedroom that you slept in last night.
Gotcha. I'll try and find something, if there's something a bit higher up for me to sit on so that I'm at a more comfortable working night for him, I'll take that. Otherwise, I'll take the bed.
Yeah, Lydia's just gonna go lay down on her bed as well. She looks very dizzy.
I'm going to start with detect poison and disease.
Wait, who are you starting on?
Do I need to do this
Cyrus.
on multiple people?
No, just Cyrus. Leah is just suffering from the allergies.
Well, while you're doing that, Tatsuya is just gonna walk over and touch Cyrus and use cleansing touch, just in case.
All right.
That's why I wanted to do my thing first, just to see if that
Nope.
was necessary.
No, he just goes over and does it anyways.
All right. Remind me the effect of cleansing touch.
You can use you can end one spell on yourself or on a willing creature that you touch.
A spell.
Yes.
Oh,
The
so
wording.
he's
Different than
just
what I thought it was.
figuring if it's a spell,
Yeah.
then he can just get rid of it. He's
Okay.
not sure what it is, obviously, but he's just like, just in case.
All right. You cast cleansing touch. The light of Bahamut passes from you over Cyrus. Cyrus, you feel pretty normal.
And poof! There goes the sunbeam.
You are no longer shedding sunlight.
God damn it, are you kidding me?
No, I am kidding. It's been over a minute. It would have been gone anyways.
Well, it's still true that he's no longer shedding sunlight.
I still have two more. I could do it.
Do you have any effects of your own spells still on you that we should know about right now?
No. That's anything I have.
I
lasts
mean,
up to like 10 minutes.
Technically, he is under the effect of a spell.
Oh. Does
And he's
cleansing
no longer part of the bond.
does cleansing touch let you choose, or is it just a spell effect at random?
I mean, it just says you can use your action to end one spell on yourself or on one willing creature that you touch.
All right. As you touch him and ask if he's willing, your divine senses let you know he is under the effect of a spell, so it will work if you cast it.
I mean,
Perform it.
he is. He's going to.
Amazing. Poof.
What's
Suddenly,
that
you
doing?
cannot hear other people's thoughts, Cyrus.
Oh, it's so
and-
quiet.
And Cyrus, end of the line, also goes dead for the rest of you.
Quiet. Oh, why don't you step back and let me
What just
examine
happened?
him?
What just
You-
happened?
You removed him from the telepathic bond. Thank you very much.
Okay, I don't. Here, let me try it again.
Please stop helping right now. Give me 20 minutes to have a better idea of what's going on, and then we can move from there.
If I do it again, maybe he'll pop back in again.
Yeah, but we
It
can
doesn't
reverse
start
cleansing
spells.
touch.
Well,
What's the opposite of cleansing?
You do it again, and it cancels his find familiar.
Oh, that's also on there. That would suck. I forgot about that.
Uh-oh. He did cast it twice.
Well, I thought you only cast it once.
I was joking. I haven't cast it twice yet.
Oh, okay.
Besides, I wouldn't be willing a second time.
He was going to, and the Laraman was like, "No, hold on, wait a second."
Okay. I thought this was the third
don't
casting.
find
You
familiar
stopped.
counts for that.
Alright, so Lara has emphatically asked you to stop and go away, Tatsuya.
You can stay in the room, just in case anything happens during the time that I'm doing this. But until we have a better idea of what's going on, and I ask for your assistance, or something appears to be happening to me, and I don't seem to be in a state to ask for your assistance, please stand there or sit down. Make yourself comfortable.
Is Leah still in the room?
Yeah, if you look for her, you find her laying on one of the beds. She does not look good. Like, she's heavily bruised. It looks like she's bleeding a bit. Is the bedsheets white?
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah, they're about to get very stained.
And splotted with blood.
Tatsuya is going to go over to Leah then, and he'll use lay on hands if she allows him.
She's barely conscious.
Just rubs his hands together and shouts, "Clear."
Yeah, I rolled Constitution. Yeah, I rolled a Constitution to see if she was capable of staying awake, like just not falling asleep. After having had problems breathing as well as being heavily beaten.
Yeah.
I rolled a 1.
It's been a rough day.
Tatsuya will give 30 hit points.
Oh, that helps a lot, thanks.
That does help a lot. Yep.
She was at 36, so.
Yeah.
She got targeted with 3 out of 4 of the by 3 out of 4 of the Brendans for ass whooping.
Oh yeah. She did get her ass whooped.
She almost, if the other one had been close enough, she'd have gotten all 4 and taken 80 damage instead of 60.
Jesus.
Yeah, and then she would have been like 10 points away from death at that point.
Yeah, Laramandus is casting Detect Poison and Disease.
Alright, are you casting them as rituals, you said?
Yes. That one has to be a ritual because it's a cleric spell that he has from Ritual Caster. And then Detect Magic he does not prepare, so it has to be a ritual. But he's going with Detect Poison and Disease first because it'll be easier to cure with a paladin here.
Okay. So, you guys look on over the next 10 minutes as Laramendis ministers to Cyrus, casting this ritual about him, and Tatsuya on the other side of the same bed, because this bedroom only has one bed in it, is tending to Leah, who is like drifting in and out of consciousness as he's magically healing the worst of her wounds. You do see that that these wounds, included several lacerations and abrasions, bruises. It's possible that she'd had a broken bone, which seems to be fixed by the magic. It was bad, and you know that before the darkness, she hadn't looked quite so bad, so something happened in the dark. At the end of the 10 minutes, Leah's looking significantly improved by the magic. Not all better, but definitely better. However, she's still a bit drifty. Consciousness.
I'm not blooded anymore.
Yeah.
So.
You're hurt more like the rest of us are hurt, and not like almost dead hurt.
Yeah.
Probably she'll be able to sit up if she wants to.
Yeah, if she decides to just lay down though. But
yeah. And Larabendus, you complete your ritual, casting Detect Poison and Disease. I don't believe that you've ingested any toxins recently, Cyrus?
Not knowingly.
Drinking any alcohol of any kind?
Again, not knowingly.
Okay. No, he seems clear of anything worth mentioning.
Anyone else? I guess Vendar pings like nobody's business on my poison sense.
Just covered in the stuff.
Not in me, but it's all over me.
Tatsuya's going to heal himself for 20.
Laramentis' ritual ends, and like I don't know where in whatever direction Vendar is, Laramentis like shies away from without looking at him.
It's just too bright.
You just see him
just
like
oppressive,
leaning in away from Vendar, and with a bit of a grimace on his face. But yeah, no, Cyrus seems clean. Leah is pristine because of her periapt of proof against poison.
Mm-hmm.
Tatsuya also seems impressively clean of things, especially given that you met him in a swamp. Well, I think other than like a little athlete's foot from your jaunt through the swamp, everybody's looking pretty good.
Oh. Well, I guess good news, bad news. It is not a poison or a disease affecting you. That would have been a very easy thing to address. So that's the bad news. Time to detect magic. I take another 10 minutes.
Isn't Leah always detecting magic?
She can, but she does still have to cast it.
Yeah, and she have not been casting it.
Yeah.
But she can cast it as a spell for free if she wants to, meaning that it would not take her 10 minutes. But you'd need to ask her, and she seems...
I think she's a little preoccupied with...
Yeah, she seems...
With convalescence, yeah. But, again, you're in character, so feel free to ask her if you want to.
I won't.
Okay.
I'll play with squeakers.
Alright.
I'm sorry we couldn't bring you a friend.
Oh, you had left Squeakers here?
No, it's
he was with me.
The
I was
pug
just
couldn't be
couldn't
brought
bring the pug with
as
him,
a
yeah.
friend for Squeakers.
Oh, bring you a friend?
Squeakers riding pug.
Sorry, I heard,
Yeah.
sorry we couldn't bring you old friend. I'm like, alright. Yeah. Squeakers just sort of like looks around a bit suspiciously. And then like straightens up and like mimics like straightening the hat on his head. You,
Cool.
in your mind, you understand, well, it seems I remain top dog, as it were.
He would always be top dog. I'll give him some belly rubs.
Ah, he curls and squeaks. You cast your next ritual, and at the end of 10 minutes, you find that there is, of course, magic. You're surrounded by it. Everyone's carrying magic weapons, armor, trinkets. Some people glow with the magic they carry innately. Cyrus glows with a large amount of magic that seems to be throughout his body. In fact, if you kind of squint to blot out, the exact shapes of things that you're seeing with your eyes, you notice that it seems to follow his body shape, like from the inside, like it's his bones, or perhaps his blood system.
Okay. Is that
just too magic.
normal for a sorcerer?
How many
I will
sorcerers-
also describe this to Cyrus.
I've cast detect magic before. When I've seen this previously, like if I ever, looked down or saw my arm.
Were you an inquisitive person who cast detect magic so they could look at themselves?
I wouldn't necessarily look at myself, but I'd imagine I'd seen parts of myself at points while it was cast.
I actually think it's quite normal for you to try to look at yourself, especially if you've been explained, which you would have been by your father, how your magic works.
Well, then
And
maybe.
so, in light of that, I would say, yeah, you know that you have always been able to basically see your circulatory system outlined in magic because of the way, the source of your magic, the fact that you accrue it within you, in your blood.
I feel like if Cyrus tried to do detect magic, even if he tried to see stuff, it would be his body would just blind his eyes himself because of how much magic he has.
No. But
Would
yes.
you-
Detect magic, his eyes glow and he can't see anything.
Would Yukikaze be enveloped in light because he's wearing the armor Bahamut?
Yes, as I described, everybody who has magic items on them is glowing, but Cyrus does seem to have magic coming from within him, and as I said to Laramendus, it appears to follow the internal structure of his body. And Cyrus, you can confirm that to him, that you have seen this.
Yeah, that's normal. Well, normal for me.
I describe what, like, auras that's looking like to see if there's something that's still off. So, like, that is natural, but whether there's something that seems to be off or, like, piggybacking on top of the magic there.
Roll me an intelligence saving throw. DC 25.
I am okay at those. I'm going to. Can I mulligan?
Okay.
You get the plus from being near
I do.
Batsua, right?
But with that, that's a 22 because I rolled a 9 because I can't roll intelligence saving throws when they have any meaning. So I am going to find. There we go. Redeem. I'll switch to another d20 now. This is the green one. I like the green one. It's a good one, the green one. That is now a 28.
Okay.
With Tatsuya's bonus.
Okay. Deeper, further examination, spending time and effort to try and follow the pathways of magic within him and look for differences on each of the branches, you do eventually begin to discern that the majority of the network of magical pathways within him have a particular golden light about them. And around his heart, you find that A, this golden light is brighter, and B, it's dimmer than you expect it to be as you begin to discern a cloudy mass of magic of a greener tinge latched on.
Okay.
He gave you magic cancer.
I look up at Cyrus and I'm like, I don't want to alarm you.
Well, then you shouldn't have said that.
Noted. And I describe what I'm seeing more specifically there. I imagine that this should not be this color green muting things.
That's not particularly familiar, no.
You've never seen anything quite like this. You've never looked upon a sorcerer's magic network. So you've never seen anything quite like that. But further, you've definitely not seen anything quite like this. But if you were to try and describe it magically, your best guess is that this could be the magical manifestation of a curse.
Okay. This seems more curse-like than spell-like, so I'm going to refrain from attempting to dispel magic on you until Leah has rested enough to be able to cast Remove Curse. And I think I might begin preparing that spell starting from tomorrow. It seems like it might be prudent.
Remove curse or dispel magic.
Remove curse. I have never not had dispel magic prepared.
Yeah, he's the
I'm the curse
leader of the.
I think you still need a bit more rest before you can do so, but I'm glad that you are able to do it today. Before anything can take more root. I look inquisitively at Cyrus's heart.
So, do you need my cleansing touch?
Not
Nope,
yet.
don't touch me.
You stay away.
But if it seems that would be necessary, I will inform you.
You can spend the next while waiting for Leah to finish her short rest, and observing Cyrus at the same time. You note that over the course of the next approximately half hour, that this weird green glow reminiscent of that which you saw on Brendan seems to come and go at random times, sometimes lingering for as much as half a minute, but very often being only the faintest transient effect over his eyes.
When that starts to, Laramendus is taking notes on times and, when it's showing up, durations and intensities.
By the end of a half hour, you can determine no pattern.
That just means it's a bigger puzzle. We need more data.
Don't cure him yet. I want to find out what it is.
Sorry, I don't think you get a vote.
What, you think it's gonna turn him into a puggle?
Oh, Ben, if he turns into a pug?
Leah, have you
make a great
recovered
pug,
enough
Cyrus.
to attempt to remove curse? Before you do so, I am going to recast Detect Magic, as I would like to be observing magically while you do that. So, I suppose you have another 10 minutes.
You
of,
cast your
resting.
ritual. Leah, you complete your short rest, and you feel significantly improved over when it began. You are now distant from the source of your allergies, and Tatsuya has healed a great many of your worst wounds. Plus, you've had the half hour of actually resting. Or hour of resting.
Yeah. Okay, she gets up and goes over to Cyrus. Yes. So I touch him, I say my remove curse incantation that I don't remember because I lost my notes.
Okay.
It's also been a while since you cast the spell.
Yeah.
You, as you complete the incantation, a pulse of your signature purple energy flows off of your hands and over his body and back like a ripple through water. And as it returns to your hands, there's suddenly a shower of sparks seems to come from his chest beneath your hands, and you hear this ethereal music playing as of a fanfare of trumpets going, and you see ghost writing in the air in this neon green color that says, "You did it!"
Oh god.
And it hangs there for about 6 seconds as the fanfare, goes to completion before you hear, and the words melt and go, "Lol, JK." It turns to LOL/JK.
What does that mean?
What's sweatening? I sort of ever tried to look up that the word just kind of went back with my head.
No, you see them.
That's some kind of code.
I write it down.
You were lying down, and this is happening like directly above you, like in a vertical plane.
Gotcha.
So you're able to look up and see this. As the sparkles were like raining down harmlessly over you.
That's concerning.
I mean, if you're laying underneath the sentence, like LOLJK from that angle would just be a line.
That's not what I need.
Is there still the green shadow in his heart?
Yep. Like, you saw it disappear when the fanfare started. Like, you see, it seemed to go to full brightness and everything seemed fine. And then you heard the fart noise and it changed to LJK and it just sprang back like it was never gone.
Well, whatever that means, it means that we didn't do it. I'm going to cast Dispel Magic on him.
Give me just a moment.
My poor bird.
That's not a spell that's on you.
So as he's lying there, and the word, the letters LOLJK hang in the air and begin to fade out in their neon green, and Cyrus looks up at you concerned as you all are trying to figure out exactly what's going on. Suddenly, fire springs up around him as the bedding that he's laying on top of catches and spontaneously bursts into flame.
Isn't Leah on that same bed?
Yeah. Well, no, she's standing next to it because she just cast a spell.
Oh, right.
I pull Cyrus off of the bed.
The rug catches.
He's still resistant
on fire.
There doesn't seem to be any fire on him, but anytime he touches an object that isn't being worn or carried by another creature, it bursts into flames.
Oh, joy.
Don't touch the wall or the floor.
Kaze, can I get a piggyback ride?
Are we able to hover in this room? No, I'd have to flap my wings. I'd say, no, I can't do that.
Yes, I heard you, Thomas.
I tried to look and see if I had any spells that make water.
Like, you're immune to fire, right? Right, man? We agreed on that? Come on. You'll be fine.
Learning. Burst into flames when he touched you.
I have better resistance against ice.
You're immune
You
to
just
ice.
changed that to fire, though?
You're, hang on. Malachi, your character is immune to ice and one other element of your choice.
Not immune, I thought I was just resistant.
That was when you only had the armor. After you completed the whole set, it became immunity.
Oh. But I'd have to change that.
Well, you change it daily.
Yeah, I haven't changed it today, so I could change it.
Fire and
whatever you
ice.
want. He doesn't seem to be on fire. It's just when he touches things that nobody else is holding.
But Cyrus had previously asked for you to set that to fire until, like, we're fighting something where you need a different element. Because then if I ever hit you with fire again, you'll be fine. Unlike last time.
It's a
So
reasonable
you're just gonna use me as a fireball target, so like it hit me and explode and hit everything around me?
I mean, it's not a terrible plan.
Alright,
Yeah,
so
you just draw everything in, and then he'll blow them up.
you cast Remove Curse, and you got a reaction, which, Cleansing Touch didn't. The reaction, seemed odd, as it played a little fanfare and said you did it, and then made a farty noise at you and said LOL/JK. Shell. And then things started catching on fire whenever he touched them. So, Dragonborn, hoist up Cyrus, yes? So that he not touch things that be fire? No?
Yeah, if I could quickly switch. If I gotta meditate for a second to switch it, alright? Do I gotta do anything? I forget.
No.
I don't switch it that often.
No, it's a reaction.
So we don't need my cleansing touch.
No
No.
one needs your cleansing touch.
So yeah, you can just pick him up, and
fine.
he's not hot, you're not on fire, nothing seems to be happening. He seems totally normal.
Tsukikaze kind of does like a little like buff pose where he's like, "Hua," and then changes it to fire.
And then you pick him up.
And then I pick him up. I'll actually set him on my shoulder if he'll sit there.
So, you have tried Remove Curse, because this did seem to be a curse, and it did seem to do something, but didn't get rid of it. What is the next thing you're going to try?
I am going to cast Dispel Magic on him.
Okay. Would that get rid of his familiar?
I mean, I don't believe so.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can
The-
do
the-
more...
The only point of contention on that I can think of is the fact that my familiar is not currently existing, so I guess I could, like, summon them first so that the target would be elsewhere. But they're currently in, like, the little dimming plane or wherever it is they get sent when they're dismissed or paused, whatever you want to call it.
Somewhere in the Feywild.
They get sent to a pocket dimension according to the spell. But yes, I have mostly ruled that when they're dismissed or destroyed, they're just returned to wherever they came from based on their creature type. In any event, so you're going to try Dispel Magic now.
Yes,
Okay. Cast Dispel Magic.
I do. I cast it as a 3rd level spell.
Okay. You say your incantation, you wave your fingers, you touch Cyrus. Cyrus and all of his possessions disappear.
He is now naked.
No. Cyrus and all of his possessions disappear.
You just dispelled Cyrus. Killed him.
That doesn't mean he's not naked. He's just not here with us as well.
Not again.
He appears to
I
be
should-
entirely gone. Yukikaze, the weight, however small it may have been for a halfling that you were just carrying, is gone. There is no longer anything in your arms. He's not invisible.
Yeah,
Did he switch places with Cyrus? Was Cyrus the mushroom?
he's a gone, guys. I don't feel him anymore.
Well, he had a good run.
Leah, can you scry on him?
Really too bad that he isn't part of the bond anymore.
It is true.
Always
Scry.
sending. The Laramint is special.
Hey, you're not here right now. Shh.
I can scry them, yes, but it's a 10-minute setup. We have that time?
We're on the
will send
road.
to him first.
Alright, you
And
may
see
cast
if
Sending.
he responds. I cast Sending as a 4th level spell.
Okay. You think up a message and you send it off. What is your message?
I think it'll be cast a spell magic. You disappeared. Please respond. Where are you?
As you send this off mentally, you mentally immediately hear a response that goes, doo-doo-doo. We're sorry. The target of your sending cannot be reached at this time.
What? Can't be reached at this.
Well, like I said, he's had a good run.
That doesn't. That's not how this. That's not how magic works. This is just
Yeah,
looking up, confused, and saying this.
But nothing that Brendan did is how magic works.
It's chaos magic. It's weird.
He did say that he was giving him the gift of chaos.
Was that a sneeze or did something happen in game?
Oh, it was me sneezing.
Okay.
So, are you going to
Yes.
perform the complete scrying at this time, Leah?
Yeah, I'm going to start doing that.
Alright, you cast scrying. You all wait for 10 minutes. Cyrus does not reappear. Leah, you finish the scrying thing.
Yes.
You look upon your mirror, and you see static.
You just made him not exist anymore.
This has never happened. Usually I see something, or the mirror is just a mirror, but it's like white and black dots. I don't know what this is.
If he didn't exist anymore, things would make more sense. But whatever is happening to him is preventing evocation magic and divination magic, both in ways that they are not usually. There is not usually a message that gets sent by some. I mean, honestly, a pleasant sounding voice saying that I couldn't reach the party I was intending to speak with.
So I had a target.
I also, if he was dead or didn't exist, me trying to scry him would just be looking at the mirror. It just wouldn't work. But instead, I'm getting this it's like looking into a blizzard.
Oh, I'm out of ideas.
As you continue looking into the mirror at the snow, suddenly an image begins to resolve, and you see the party sitting around this room, and you can see Cyrus in the mirror as he is atop the bed with his feet up the wall.
What the? I look up towards the bed.
He is there with his feet up the wall.
How'd I get here? I was over there.
Where'd you go?
Now over here. What do you want me to go at? No, I was here. Well, I was over there. I point at Yukikaze.
Is the bed on fire?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a very valid question.
The bed does not catch fire a second time.
I had attempted to send to you and got back a voice telling me that you could not be reached at the moment. Are you aware of the sending that I had sent to you?
When were you able to send? I wasn't even gone long enough for there to have been a spell.
He dispelled you. You were gone for like 10 minutes at least.
Feywild's weird.
You are not aware of any passage of time between when you were in Yukikaze's arms and when you were suddenly on the bed. It felt like teleportation.
And by the way, are you still upside down with your feet up the wall while saying all this?
Now he would have righted himself.
Because I was imagining just saying all of that with his head dangling from the bed.
So, cleansing touch did nothing. Remove curse did nothing.
Well,
Other than
I wouldn't say nothing.
Cleansing touch did do something. You didn't let me do it again to see if it would do something else.
Maybe it's a bundle of curses all in one.
Remove curse will do all of it.
I can only remove one at a time. Unfortunately, it was the telepathic bond.
I mean, do you not get some say in what happens there?
I mean, I don't know what it is, so how can I concentrate on it?
Cyrus?
Yeah.
Bad news. You remember one of the side effects of remove curse, right?
No.
It
That it breaks
disattunes.
Cursed items.
No, it just removes attunement as well.
It removes
No, it's
attunement
just
to
cursed.
cursed items.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
None of his items.
Okay, yeah, okay. I see the comma. I was just the phrasing of it.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
Yeah.
Okay. We're half hour over, which I just wanted to make sure that you guys had a chance to kind of play with this and get a feel for it and try some things and then give up.
Yeah, I also had to get up in like 5 hours, so
Yeah, so
get some.
I'm gonna call it there. I'm going to your characters have tried everything they understand and haven't had any success with the things they can do.
Except Greater Restoration.
Except Greater Restoration. That a spell that you have right now?
I don't know if Jebel is capable of casting it right this second, but...
Jebel, if you were capable of casting Greater Restoration right this second, would you?
If I was asked to, yes.
Okay. He casts Greater Restoration, and nothing seems to change. Like, you get that same message you did it, and then it farts away again.
Okay.
We can
Interesting.
kill him, and then wait long enough, and I use Revivify.
You don't wait long with Revivify.
No, I
Reincarnated.
don't like that plan.
In any event, so
When you've died before.
am letting the players know so that their characters will have the understanding that this isn't going away. For the players to understand that this is a mechanic that I've been asked to introduce so that if there's ever a time that Derek can't make a session due to a new work schedule since he's trying to get a new job, that we would be able to continue on and play without him, and there would be a, if not logical, at least reasonable explanation for him not to be there, and not have to, tell him the things his character knows when he comes back, so that we can continue play. So, basically, he has been afflicted with pure chaos, and it will manifest mildly most of the time, if at all, but it will be used as the explanation for him to cease existing for the periods of time that he can't make a session. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. So we're gonna turn around during a battle in one session. Next session be like, Cyrus, fuck, the curse
His
kicked
turn
on.
next.
Yeah.
He got flipped.
Yep, that is how the curse works.
Yeah, so the curse will yoink him away at any moment that he can't be there, whether you're in combat, whether you're in conversation. If he can't make a session, boop, he's gone.
No.
And poof,
No.
he'll come back later.
I don't want just poofs. It should be like he'll be like an invincible frog, or he needs to it needs to be chaos.
It is far easier to deal with if he simply does not exist.
He
That's kind of the point.
he could just sit there, turn into a statue that can't be destroyed, but just sits in the middle of the room.
I don't want the party to have to deal with him,
Aww.
because that will hold things up trying to solve a problem that doesn't need to be there. So,
Yeah.
he will poof, disappear.
Fine.
The party is of the understanding, now that they've experimented with it a little, that he will show up again at some point later. And you needn't worry about waiting around for him. He will not know what transpired in the time that he was missing, so it is completely logical and intelligent to spend in-character time explaining to him things that he missed. But for now, this is the system that we're using. It has been used in another game I played in, and it worked very well to make sure that we could continue playing when players couldn't make sessions. As you know, I have wanted to make sure that everyone was here all the time and not play without people. And I'm not really changing my feeling on that, but because their schedule is going to become so very unpredictable, I wanted to have a failsafe. We may not end up using this at all, and that would be wonderful. But it's here in case we need it. Okay?
Okay.
Makes sense.
Okie dokie.
Alright. Well, I'm sorry that we went about a half hour over, but I am thankful that you all hung around to see that bit through. Thank you very much. I hope you had a great time fighting that weird-ass boss. And perhaps now we'll return to a more normal D&D adventure. Maybe.
Yeah, poor pug.
Well, now all I have to
Yeah,
worry about is
you guys hated the
MLC for
pug.
me. Because the meetings at the club are changing to the second Monday of every month.
Yeah, no, that's really awesome, by the way. Okay, I think the way that experience should shake out for that fight comes out to 11,000 a pop.
Nice.
Oh.
11,000.
It was a big, mean fight.
Oh, I misheard that originally. I thought it was 1,100. Yeah, sweet.
And as usual, I almost put it in as damage.
That's a significant amount of damage.
You are.
That was a
way
significant
dead.
amount of level.
The Raven
got me like a
shows up
third
and
of
is
the
just
way.
like, damn.
Damn, I'm not even gonna let you revivify. You're just
Yeah.
dead.
11,000. Explodes into bits. And
There's
those bits
not even an
explode into
explosion, it's an
bits.
implosion. There's so much energy being put into it.
You have now been made into a gas, not a liquid.
That was a huge jump
went
in the
supernova.
XP bar, though.
Well, it was a big fight that spanned multiple sessions, and it was incredibly dangerous.
Yep.
He had the ability to kill multiple players in a single round with the damage he could output, so you guys did great.
And we're in the Feywild, and he could banish people.
Yeah, that would have been awful, because he would have been sent back to the material plane with no way of rejoining the group.
Yeah, I would have been
And
like,
not,
what the
not
fuck?
gonna lie,
I
was
guess I'm going to my sister's wedding.
Yeah, I
I'm
was
going to bed,
considering
good night.
doing something like that on him.
Nice.
But then he multiplied, and that made the problem of like, okay,
Which one's
if-
the real one?
yeah, which was the real one? And even if the spell worked how I thought it would, I would just dispel one or like banish one of them, and the
Yeah.
rest of them would just still be there alive, kicking, regardless of which one I chose.
Yeah, I
Same
will.
from-
8th level banishment and just banish them all.
I will say,
same
according.
same goes to power word stun. I was considering that as well.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for joining, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah.
Yep.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye, stream.
Uh,
And by me.
Bye, Thomas.